Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Today, we have a very special guest. Elliot Sloan is with us. How are you, dude?
I'm doing good.
Man, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
You literally took a fucking air off of your big ramp and just landed here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All the way. It's the biggest gap I've ever done.
It's crazy. What was the flight time on that?
It's an hour in the air.
Dude, I gotta. We'll get into all the gnarliness because, like, I watch your stuff, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's a video part, whether it's the X Games, whether it's
thank you.
You know, anything, and I'm just blown away.
It's some next level type of shit, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
It's not something you see every day.
I mean, I can relate because you're on a skateboard. I can't relate other than you're standing on a skateboard.
Yeah.
I can't relate. It's like, I wish I could do that because I think like everybody wants to fly.
Yeah.
Right. It's like one of our wishes, like, you had a wish. Oh, I wish I could fly, or invincible, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like you fly. You are like, what is like the biggest air you've ever done? What are we talking? Do you know the exact?
In the 20-foot range on the full mega ramp at X Games.
Oh, wow.
So the one at X Games, like there's a 50-foot jump in the middle, and then there's like two outside ones that are 70 feet, 65 or something. And when you hit that one, you're going at least 20 feet.
Are you building up to that? Are you like testing? I'm sure you test out the ramp, right? You like do a little air, then you come down, you do a little bigger air. But once you're coming off like the mega, you're
just hanging on.
That's it.
You're hanging on. You know, your trucks are so tight, like you're not really trying to turn at all.
That's the last thing
you're hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
So when you're 20 feet up in the air, I mean, what is that? I don't even know if you could describe that feeling, but can you describe it?
I'm sure he's used to it, so you could probably describe it pretty good.
It's incredible, man. Like you're pretty high up there. You're just looking down at this coping, and it's just, it's.
Is there a certain way that you lean when you get the air? So like, because I've never been above the coping pretty much and that big of a ramp.
Yeah.
But like, I've seen people fly to flat, like those horrible falls. Yeah. Like, what's the secret when you're going up to like, when you're hitting the coping?
You just want to like make sure your legs are solid. Don't do anything weird, and make sure you get like a good bonk off the coping and just kind of ride through it. Don't snap out too much. You don't want to do any like, sudden movements. Just like nice and controlled, or
almost like a weightless moment. Like
for sure,
just let yourself kind of go.
Yeah.
Could you? I know Jake Brown's fall was obviously incredibly gnarly, and glad he's okay. Could you by watching? Could you describe why that happened to him?
For sure.
And you kind of did something similar to that too.
I did. I went the opposite way.
Right.
Landed on the deck at like 18, 20 feet.
Oh my god.
That was at Woodward, right? Yeah.
That sucked.
And multiple people did it too, right? Like you were coming out of the hospital and somebody else was going in.
Marcelo Bastos did the same thing like right after me.
Wow.
So you could relate to something like a Jake Brown in somewhat of a comparison.
That was the last year they had the two jumps, and they had the bigger one on the left side, and since he's goofy, he had to, cross over. And when he landed, he was still turning to come back over and do a backside 5. And the gap used to be 70 feet in the Staples Center, and there was less flat. Okay. So it was like you were hitting that thing so fast. And I think he just like, his legs just buckled.
Yeah.
And you're going so fast that there's no time to like correct it. He just like, his legs looked like he compressed into the transition, and then by the time he was at the top, it just like pushed him out.
Oh, wow.
Because what you were saying before was like the bonk, getting that bonk off the coping. That's to me, that sounds like the most important part because that's what's going to keep you outside of hitting the deck.
Right.
I mean, either way.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I was just going to say, like, either way, like bottoming out or hitting the coping, they both suck.
Yeah.
Right,
I don't know which one I would rather do.
What had happened with you landing on the deck?
So I think there was actually something wrong with that ramp. There was like a kink in the middle of it. And like you could kind of, I hit it one time before that, and I was like, whoa, that was kind of weird. And then the next one, I pretty much just went up, and it felt like I went in, like it went up and then kind of sagged back, and it just kind of pitched me over the deck, and it was the scariest feeling because I was up really high, and I was like, holy shit, I don't think I can get back over the coping, and I was like, felt like I was trying to swim to like, and I like was trying to turn and just like, and I just, man,
it's like you have time to actually think about it.
Yeah.
A lot of slams happen so quick, right?
Yeah.
Dubs, you're on the ground. I mean, we skate close to the ground, but like you're on the ground, those ones hurt. But literally you have like time where you're like, I mean,
That
not
just seems so scary.
Dude.
When you're sitting up there like trying to just figure out, okay, what do I got to do? And
so many things
and
you
then
could
hit
think
the deck.
about.
Yeah. That was the only one that I've felt that though, where I had time and I was just like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah. Because other ones, I mean, you've had I mean, we could talk about your slams all day. I mean, you've had the gnarly slam at Bob. No, you did you did Bob's slam.
Yeah, I had 2 really bad slams.
And then you did
Bob's.
a 900 too, right?
Yeah. That one really sucked. My neck has never been the same since.
Seriously?
That.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
7 years ago?
7.
Whiplash?
I ended up compressing like C1 and C2, and I went to see a bunch of people, and they're like, you don't need surgery, you're just gonna have to like strengthen it and stretch it back, but my neck will flare up from time to time, and I'll just wake up and it's like, fuck, I gotta go get seen, and then it's good. And it actually flared up really bad before X Games this year, and for the first time my hand was numb. My fingertips were like fully tingling, and I was like, I know that's not good.
Definitely scary.
So went and got an MRI. They're like, oh yeah, you have a herniated disc, and it's like pushing on this nerve. And they wanted to put a epidural shot in my neck, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do that. Like,
How when was this? How quickly was this X Games thing coming up?
This started happening in like May. End of May, and X Games was July 20th.
Pretty quick when you're dealing with like a neck back
and it was
injury.
my back. I threw my back out like beginning of May, like I'd never done before, on nothing. I was like 5 minutes into skating, just warming up, and I was going up the wall and just like,
oh, that's the
knocked
worst.
the wind out of me,
That's
dude.
the worst, yeah.
And I literally had to army crawl back to the house.
Yeah.
Just like any movement was just like,
Wow.
Wait,
Affecting your breathing?
yeah,
Yes,
like
the worst.
anything. I was just like,
I know we're going too far into this, but like, do you skate your ramp by yourself at your house?
sometimes, yeah.
Is that somewhat dangerous?
If I'm trying,
You could crawl back in. You could crawl back up to his house. No problem.
That's what I was saying, like something like that. We were just like,
I know. I thought about that. Something like I got to get one of those life alert things.
Yeah, there's gotta be like a little emergency thing like on deck. Like,
Totally. But wait, let's stay on track though. Describe what happened with the 900 though. This was the neck injury.
Yeah, so it sucks because it was such a good day. I did 2 900s right before that, and X Games was this was 2015. X Games was like 6 weeks out, and I was like, I want to do 3 in a row. Like if I can do 3 in a row, like I want to go into the contest like with the confidence of like I can do this.
Gotcha.
I did 2 in a row, and I took a little break because, we would take turns driving each other in the cart, and so it was my turn to drive, and like I stopped for maybe 5-10 minutes or whatever. And
What'd you stop for? Like a churro?
no, it was my turn to drive.
Oh! I think you like stopped at the concession stand, like got a hot dog.
Oh my god, I wish. But yeah, I really, to this day, I don't know what happened. I think just that it was at the end of the day. I had been skating all day. I was super tired, but took that little break and then went to skate again. And I was like, fuck, I'm just going to try it again and do it. And it was the scariest thing because as soon as I went to spin, like I kind of just stopped. It's never happened to me. And I didn't know which way was up or down. Wow. Like I was so discombobulated. I was like, fuck, I don't know.
What do you think stopped you from spinning?
I don't know, dude. Like even watching the clip now, I'm just like, I don't understand how that happened.
You can't pinpoint it.
Yeah, but it's a major lesson learned. Like when you're tired and you're like at the end of the day, like if you're starting to feel that, like just
especially
maybe stop. Because sometimes good shit happens, and other times it's like.
I mean,
Again,
especially
it seems like you were trying to pinpoint it, not to cut you off,
please.
Chris. And that was coming to your conclusion. Like, man, did I just take too long in between? Like, you know.
But see, now that's overthinking
I
it
know.
too, right?
Yeah,
it's
of
like,
course.
who knows what could have. I mean, maybe it was just the day.
Yeah.
That just
I had skated vert in the morning, took a break, and then went out and skated mega. And I think it was just, I was just exhausted.
was that during your run, or was that just a
That was just practice.
practice?
And like I said, X Games was 5 or 6 weeks out, and it scared the shit out of me because I was like, I got to go do this now? I don't ever want to try that again.
But you went out and did it though.
I didn't even try it until the contest.
Oh wow.
It was like, some serious
Back against the
mind
wall,
fuck.
ready to go.
Yeah. I think maybe I tried one right before in practice, and then I was like, okay, I just have to do it. Like,
But you got to admit, though, I mean, like, I when you're watching like a street league or like the X Games or some gnarly shit, I mean, these guys at the highest level, you included, is like, that is that moment of doing that trick.
right.
It hypes you up more than ever. Like if you
Yeah.
maybe were just like alone on a session, but you're in the moment and something pulls you to do that,
Yeah.
to pull it off.
When it's the time to do it, it's like
You're
you gotta
the-
go for
you
it.
gotta
And
go.
especially like, for X Games or mega contests when it's like one a year. It's happened to me so many times where like I didn't go for something and I'm just like, fuck, I gotta think about this all year. Like
No, the stage is set for that, bro. The
Like
stage
this-
is set.
Yeah, there's not many like mega ramp contests.
No,
these
I mean
days,
there
right?
used to be like 2009, 10, 11. There was a lot of shit going on. Like there was some stuff in Brazil, and then just it's kind of
They got to bring that
slowed
back,
down a
man.
bit.
It's so exciting to watch.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
You
It's an
know.
event, bro.
And then I know we're starting off the episode with your gnarliest slams.
Jump right in.
But it's interesting though. I mean, us as skateboarders, like I said before, I can't relate. I can't even relate taking a slam like that when you're not only are you 20 feet in the air, but you're also, I mean, how big is that ramp?
The full mega is 27 feet.
So you're 27 plus 20, so you're
Yeah.
47 feet up in the air, essentially.
Yeah, I mean that's why we wear like back brace,
Armor.
Yeah, armor. Like,
And then
You have to.
what was the one at Bob's ramp when you took that slam? It was like for like a gap to
The Euro gap.
Kind of a
yeah, it
Euro
was
gap.
the hip thing, and that was the first year he had his contest there. And there's like different sections to the contest, and the first section is the step up, and then the second part is the hip.
Okay.
And it was the end of the hip section, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm already up here. I'm gonna get down. But I was like, I kind of want to try and do a nose grind, gap to nose grind, see if I can even get close. And as soon as I took off, I was like, oh shit, I'm way too far over the deck. And I just kind of stumbled on the coping, and it like tripped me up, and it just flung me back this way. And I was like going all the way down, just boom. Cracked my helmet. It broke my wrist. Just got wrecked.
I mean, you look like a rag doll
Yeah,
almost.
that one
It's just
sucked.
like you have no control.
Yeah.
The speed
Yeah.
just got the best.
It sucks because it kind of freaked me out for a while to try that, the hip. And he's done that contest multiple times since then. I'm always like, do we have to do this?
Yeah.
Like, but now what I've done is I'll go down and I'll put like a piece of tape to line it up with the coping. Because before you would just roll in and you'd be looking up at the coping the whole time. And you're like,
You'd be estimating.
right.
guessing.
So now like with that little marker there, I'm just watching that. And I know like if I'm on this side of it,
Everybody's like, oh, Elliot's putting his little tape down again.
it works though, man.
Advantage, Elliot.
Seriously,
Yeah.
it
But you're
works.
probably helping everyone else that with
I
that
did,
too.
sure.
because I was saying it for so long, and then I did it, and they're like, "Oh, why didn't we do that?" I'm like, "I just had to eat shit for you guys to figure it out. We should put
At your
this here."
cost,
Is that the contest you were talking about with that is televised in Brazil?
Yeah.
The stuff that shout out to Bob Burnquist,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So he puts on these contests that are just only televised in Brazil.
Yeah,
I love that.
So rare.
I love that
Bob's
because
the
Bob's
man.
doing it for his country,
Yeah.
man. And like, I think skateboarding is number 2 over there
It is.
in
Well, that's
terms
what I've
of
heard.
like
Yeah.
soccer and then
Soccer and
skateboarding.
skateboarding, yeah.
It's crazy.
it's crazy how
I love
many insanely gnarly dudes and girls have come out
out
of
of
Brazil.
Yeah.
Haisa and dude Leticia.
There's
I
an
mean,
endless list. Like there's people
endless.
that we that actually are not knowing of just yet.
Yeah.
They,
Oh,
they're
for
on the
sure.
horizon
Oh, yeah.
here
Oh, yeah.
shortly.
And speaking of like women also in skateboarding, because I was going to say like I don't really know of too many like mega skaters that are women. But is there?
This girl, Dora, actually.
Okay.
She was over at my house recently. She did the gap.
Sick.
She learned 360s.
I love that.
So yeah, she's been hitting. And there's this kid, Guy.
Guy?
You heard of Guy?
Oh,
Brazil?
maybe.
Yeah, he
I
did the
don't know.
1080 on vert.
Little kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has a similar setup to mine down in Brazil. It's not completed yet. It's just like the one half, but they have plans to finish it.
I love that. I'd love to see more women out there just flying through the air.
Same.
To be so sick.
So sick.
And then also, I mean, I got to touch on it because, like, speaking of, like, you know, Lizzie, they took the gnarly slam at your house. You guys were just starting the Birdhouse Skate and Create.
Yeah.
And that was at the very beginning. Was it the first day?
It was at the very end, and it was actually, we weren't even supposed to do that day, but I wanted to do this right here. Wall ride the van. And the first day they brought it there, and like for 2 hours we were trying to figure out how to get it in the middle of the gap, and we're like, fuck, we can't do it. And Tony was like, forget it, just put it up on the quarter pipe. And we're like, all right, we'll move it over there. And we did the whole thing on the quarter pipe the first day. And then later that night I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck, why didn't we, like, I figured it out. So I called Adam, the Birdhouse team, and I was like, dude, will you please come back tomorrow? Like, I figured it out. We've got the machine rented for another day, because we were like trying to lift it up right in the middle, and it was like, it doesn't fit. And so I was like, all you got to do is come back here and go like this.
Lift it up and over.
Yeah. And I was like, why didn't we think of that?
Skaters doing construction.
Yeah. So I thought it was just going to be him coming back to film this. And
all you wanted to do was a wall ride.
I just wanted to do the wall ride. I'd been thinking about that for so long.
Okay.
And so then he came back, and then everyone else started showing back up. And I was like, okay, well, second day, like, let's do it.
Was Lizzie there the first day?
Yeah.
Was she skating the?
I think she was like rolling in on the second roll in.
Okay.
I don't remember actually.
Okay.
She might have been cruising around, but yeah. So we're trying to do this wall ride, and she's like, "Oh, like I really want to do it." I still feel so bad about this because I have an airbag there, and she was like, "Do you think we can set the airbag up?" And I was like, "Yeah, like just give me a minute. I'm trying to like get this. I'm about to get it. Like I'll get it and we'll set it up."
Oh, this is in your mid session.
Yeah. Right. And then I think during that she was just kind of like, fuck it, I'll just do it. I got it. I'll go for it. And I was like, all right, well, like you got it. You've done this. So at my house, there's like the main rolling, and then there's like a second rolling here that just goes into the landing, but it's kind of good to like, as a warm up, like to kind of feel that, you know, we're rolling. Yeah. And so she did that like 20, 30 times. And we were all like, you got it. All you have to do is roll in and like, don't do anything on the jump. Just like get to the jump and keep your legs solid and just jump over it. Mm-hmm. And so we were all like, you got it, you know? And so, yeah, she's up there, and I'm literally filming her up there. And like, and I think actually, dude, you know what sucks is the one right before she dropped in and jumped off and knee slid down the roll-in, and she walked back up and she goes, well, I guess that's the worst that can happen.
Let me get this right. She dropped in
and then jumped off like halfway down the roll-in, and then like slid up the jump and then jumped down and walked back up.
Was she testing it, or was it just
I think she just kind of got freaked out.
Okay.
But once you go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
No turning back.
Yeah. And so she came back up, and she was still a little freaked out, and like we were all like encouraging her, like, you got this, you know. And man, then the gnarliest thing I've ever seen. And from where I was standing filming her, I didn't see her land. I just seen her hit and fall head first. So I was like, oh my God, she just fell onto her head and broke her neck. And
wow,
like, horrible. And it was, dude, it was so loud and violent.
Even
just
from
like,
the video.
Video.
Hear it.
Sure.
Yeah. And I just, like I said, I feel so bad that I didn't have the airbag there. I now have pads on the back of that wall. Mm-hmm. But dude, it was so fucked. Her head literally put a hole in that plywood where she hit.
Wow.
I think it was some part of her put a hole in the plywood, and then she fell 20 feet to the gravel. And
it's gravel.
It's gravel, and I jumped down the ramp, dude, and I thought I was going to run up on her, like, out.
Yeah.
And she wasn't out, and I was just like, fuck, what do we do?
Yeah.
What do we do? Like, don't move her. Like, okay, she's not out, but, like, don't touch her. Like, this is not good.
What a mom,
Yeah.
man.
Well, you never know, a back injury, a neck injury, like anything.
Don't touch them.
Yeah.
And you know what? I know you feel bad about it, but I mean, like, as being a skateboarder and like Lizzie, like I know her, I don't know her really well, but like, she don't blame you.
Yeah, and it was cool.
know?
She called me like a couple weeks later, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like, don't, it's all good.
No, because
don't
that's
blame
tough
yourself."
to be carrying that baggage like that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like when you feel like you're responsible for that person
Yeah,
getting hurt. It's
yeah.
like,
I mean, it's at my house. Like, fuck, I had the airbag right there, but I was like,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm trying this
midst of a
trick.
sesh.
I'm in the midst of like trying to get this thing and
Right.
whatever.
But you guys put her on a door and then put her in the van and
it was
drove her
like
to the
this,
hospital.
like this table. I had a table, thankfully, under there, and we're like, we need something to put her on. Like, let's get the van down, put her on the table, load her into the van, and then just straight to the hospital.
Why wouldn't you call the ambulance?
It's a good question.
I mean, is that your first instinct? Like, hey, she's down, she's conscious,
Yeah.
she's talking to us, like we need to get her to the hospital ASAP.
I think because they wanted to go to a different hospital in Encinitas, maybe, because I'm up in Vista and we have like Scripps, but then there's like, because I think she was like going straight to surgery.
Because I think Tony
was like, yeah, come to this hospital,
Right.
and if you call 911, they're gonna take you to like the local one.
Because I know when Tony broke his hip, he had to specifically tell them to take him to a certain hospital. Otherwise, they would have taken him to the hospital, but then they would have had to transport him later.
Yeah,
So he was like, "No, I need to go straight to this hospital.
yeah,
Like I don't need the sidebar
yeah.
thing."
Sidebar.
side fucking hospital. I
know?
want my hospital.
Yeah. But that's gnarly.
Yeah.
I bet the session was over.
Oh, dude, it was like instantly just
Yeah.
quiet.
That
And we
changed
were
the
all
whole
like,
game right
fuck,
there.
what just happened?
I
But
got-
thankfully, she's all right, man, because like I said, from where I was standing, I didn't see her like land, and I just immediately thought the worst. Like, she just fell straight onto her head.
Yeah.
I'm sure
But she's a warrior.
she's a beast. I'm sure the gravel helped too.
Yeah.
If that was straight concrete, it could have been probably a
gosh.
lot
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah,
So,
even think about
I
that.
don't know.
is the gravel there? Is that where you're driving the truck in and out
Yeah.
of to put the truck up there?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like a pathway for the
Just people to drive in and out, and I probably need more gravel, but it's kind of expensive. But
Sure.
I got so far, and I was like, fuck, I can't get any more of this. But
Yeah.
How do you inflate this airbag? Is it like a
It's like
motorized pump?
yeah,
thing?
there's like a fan, and they just like hook the fan in, like strap it in, and just turn the fan on,
Okay.
and it just blows up. And there's actually Neil Mims' airbag that he had at the
Sick.
skate park, and he's like, "Can I store it here?"
You're like,
And I
this is
was like,
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of worked
But
out.
I mean, as history would show, like nobody really falls into the
Dude,
hole.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Even at Bob's, I don't think anyone's ever done that. Like, if anything, they've maybe clipped and then
gone
gone
into
into
the
the landing. Like, I think Jeff Grosso actually did that at the Maloof, like one of the first Maloof contests. Remember, they had the mini mega, and
Yep.
he did that. He like looped out, hit the back of it, and then like it pitched him forward.
Oh.
which is not the best, but it's not the worst.
Not the worst. You don't want to.
Yeah, you're
Go that way.
going
Yeah.
into the ramp.
You'd rather
Yeah.
do that than fall 20 feet.
Yeah. But
And-
so you're not thinking, right? It's like nobody's done
No
this.
one's ever done that. That's like the worst case scenario, you
Right.
know, and obviously, I mean, I guess it can happen, but
Yeah.
and it's definitely made me a little hesitant since then about letting people try it, because before I was like, dude, come on, like skate this, and now I'm just like, even if you
Yeah.
can skate, like, I don't know,
Right.
you know, like I
gonna
got
double
the
check.
airbag there, but
How big is this gap?
the first gap's like 35 feet.
So it's 35 feet, 20 feet high.
Yep.
20 feet tall.
Yeah. Quarter pipe's 20
that's
feet,
big.
and then the return jump is 27 feet.
So you got, what'd you say, 35-foot gap?
Yeah,
20,
34, 35.
20
20
foot
foot.
high wall quarter pipe.
Yep,
And then the return gap
yep.
is, what did you say?
27 feet,
27.
and then
That-
18-foot quarter pipe.
18-foot quarter pipe.
It's
This is at your house,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah.
Let's just remind people.
It's crazy. I trip out all the time
So
that I
rad.
have this, you know.
I mean, obviously every kid's dream have
Yeah.
a skate park in their backyard. Obviously you took it up a step. You were already doing this stuff, so you wanted like this this cool little kind of back and forth thing. Did you come up with the plans yourself? Did you design the whole thing?
Yeah.
You did.
You know, I was actually thinking about this on the drive up because I was like, how did this all start? You know, like, I think it kind of like originally started from playing Tony's game, like the skate park builder section.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like I would just geek out on that, like build all these things, and then years later when the skate game came out, they had the same thing, and you could build all kinds of mega shit, and so I think that's kind of initially where it started, and then once I started skating mega, I feel like I always had this idea because you would land the quarter pipe and you'd have so much speed.
And you just stop.
And you just go up the landing and you stop. And I was always like, fuck, it'd be sick if we could like fucking do that.
Let's keep going. Let's keep the stoke alive.
Yeah,
basically.
And so, if you did it at the full mega scale, I think it would just be like really expensive
and ridiculous.
But with the smaller setup, it's a lot easier. Well, it's easier to kind of add on to that.
It's manageable.
It's still it's a
Still
big
pricey.
project.
I mean, that's a huge project. I mean, do you know? Is it like an acre, a couple acres? Like how?
My house?
Well, like
Or-
that.
the
just
footprint. I think it's like 200 feet long.
Okay.
Maybe, and about 50, 60 feet wide.
Wow.
You say
Okay.
you gotta have some land to build on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And I think that's why a lot of people move down there to like Vista, San Diego area
Yeah.
because there's those houses.
Some
I mean,
lots.
Burnquist lives down there.
Yeah.
Bucky.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
yourself.
even Vista's getting the real estate's insane
Oh,
everywhere.
sure.
But
Oh, yeah,
like,
sure.
I've been at that place for 10 years now,
Oh.
and I got like a pretty crazy deal on it when I got it. But
So the equity is good.
oh yeah, it's great. I couldn't afford to buy a house there now. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And,
Yeah.
And that place particular, like, you can't find some. It's like almost 2 acres, and
That's
It's
amazing.
really hard to find something like that. And I just trip out, like, man, how did I get so lucky, like, finding this place?
Right timing, bro.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though.
Good
Like I said,
timing.
everybody's down there who kind of skates that stuff. You know, it's like we were talking before the show. Like you would go over to Burnquist's house a lot.
Yeah.
Before yours was like completed.
Yeah.
You know, and then he has his little contest there, and then
Yeah.
Bucky had that insane pool.
Oh yeah, man, it's such a bummer to think
Yeah.
that thing's just sitting there.
Dude,
I want to go fly a drone over there and just see like, what it looks like, see if it's still there.
I'm going to tell you, and we talked about it in Bucky's episode. If you haven't, like, go check out photos of this bowl. It is
Amazing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks
insane.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It's like this huge half pipe that's built into a bowl.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a crater.
It's a crater.
It's a full crater. I remember like photos of them building it, and it was like the biggest hole. Like, what the hell?
So
Bucky's on a
Bucky's
mission,
yeah,
bro.
and he would rip that thing. Like everyone would, shred, but he had it so dialed. Wow, it was so fun to watch him skate that.
Dude, having that in your backyard, I mean, like that, you don't have to, but like, how much does something like that cost? Like, what are we talking, dude?
Well, I didn't really pay for.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I've been,
Yeah.
pretty fortunate to have good
Sponsors.
sponsors
Totally.
step up, and
But still, somebody's got to flip the bill.
it's hard to. I mean, the vert ramp, I think initially was like $150K. The mega is a little bit harder to put a price on because of I got a majority of those pieces from Tony. Like the first quarter pipe is the quarter pipe from the Boom Boom Huck Jam.
Oh,
No way.
wow.
Yeah, and then
Got a piece of history.
piece of history.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like it's just built so perfectly, and it's all aluminum framing, so it's good forever. It'll never warp or
That's
anything.
awesome.
And then all the flat bottom pieces they were a part of the moto track that would go on the outside of the. So those are all aluminum frame too, and we repurposed those for the flat bottom.
Nice.
Put the skate light over those.
So you kind of Frankensteined it together
Yeah,
a little bit.
Totally. So
Cool.
when people ask, it's like, I don't know because
Right.
I didn't really pay for all those
Right.
pieces.
A couple $100,000
Yeah, I
probably.
mean,
Yeah.
you're easily like
250.
250, 300.
$250,000, Dubs.
Easy.
Yeah.
Hey, working in the backyard. This is for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got to think about it too, is like those sponsors that you had,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
is, I mean, they're making an investment too. I mean, they have their logos on there whenever it's on Instagram, whenever it's in a video. I mean, you're skating it all the time. Other people are skating it. Like that's easily budgeted for their
very justifiable
for their advertising.
Especially with the Mega, I feel like the Mega Park or whatever has gotten pretty decent amount of exposure over the last 2 years. It's been 2 years. I mean, we finished the final section in March of 2020, which ended up being perfect timing for me because, like, right when everything shut down, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to start filming all this stuff.
Perfect timing.
You know?
Plus, you guys are, I mean, you got all the homies over there killing it. I'm hearing you guys are barbecuing and stuff. The neighbors are sitting there watching,
joining in.
The neighbors were so sick. It was so funny, actually, at X Games, like, one of the neighbors came over and she was so psyched. It's like the neighbor that's directly across from, like, the first quarter pipe, and, like, sometimes, man, I get so pissed back there if I try to film something. Oh, God.
What the hell just happened?
Oh, Kelly's set just broke.
No.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was.
Go ahead, though. What? He'll fix it.
But, yeah, like, sometimes I'm just cursing and just, you know, being ridiculous back there.
And you're like, sorry.
Yeah. And
you got to change the demeanor real quick.
like, you know, every night when that happens or whatever, I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? Why was I so loud? But she came over and I was just like, thank you so much for all, you know, the years of putting up with me and all this shit and all this noise. And she's like, we love you. It's all good. It's all good.
That's so
like,
dope.
Cool.
Neighbors are hard to deal with. Sidebar, just like, even like what Bucky had to deal with, you know, of selling his house to that lady, and she was all nice in the beginning and then
backed out. Like, what?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
You know,
but also, I mean, like, you know, I think it's cool for your neighbors too, because they have a story to tell their friends.
Right.
Yeah.
They're, you know, it's like, oh, have you ever heard of Elliot Sloan? Go check out, go Google him. You know, that's in our backyard pretty much. Like, it's a story for them too.
For sure. I've definitely lucked out with the neighbors because, you know, it could be a nightmare.
Yeah,
if you got a bad neighbor on your side and they go to the city and, like,
make it tough for you.
The city could shut you down pretty quick.
Did you have to get that approved by the city?
No. That's one of the reasons I bought that place too, is because, you know, I checked the space out and I was like, okay, this is amazing. And I checked with the city first. I was like, what kind of permits do I need? And they're like, you don't need permits. Anything under 30 feet, as long as it's not attached to your house. Is considered playground equipment. And,
so you have a bunch of playground equipment in the back.
You don't need a permit for it. And, like, I called this guy back at the city, I don't know, like 20 times. I'm like, are you sure? This is what I'm building.
Right.
It's this high. Like, are you? Yeah. I was like, can you put it in writing? I'm like, sure. Set me in. I was like, amazing. Okay. Like,
you're like, I guess I'm going to build a playground.
I'm about to do this. Yeah.
How funny is that? Playground equipment that's under 30 feet tall. What kind of playground are these people building down there?
I mean, these tree houses, I mean, they turn into, you know,
next
level shit. So.
But yeah, Vista's really epic in that sense that, you know, in Carlsbad, Oceanside, you'd be shut down in a minute for like a 4-foot mini ramp. I've heard horror stories of just, like, neighbors finding out somehow, hey, I've got a 3-foot mini ramp, and it's like, no, you got to take it down. Like, what?
3 feet. I mean, we've had a lot of people on the show who've built, like, half pipes in their backyard. City comes in and just
shut them
down.
Yeah.
Like,
was it Jimmy Wilkins?
Jimmy Wilkins, I think, got sued by the city. Like, sued him or the neighbors or some weird.
And then
story.
there's a couple people that make actual skate parks in their backyards within the valley. Man, I cannot believe it because houses are so close. I'm referring to Shane O'Neill.
Oh yeah,
and Leticia. They're very close, these houses, so their neighbors must be really cool.
Manny Santiago.
Yep.
Manny as well.
I never been going to his place, and his neighbor was just like, it was like Wilson, just like from like home improvement, just like popping was like, hey, I have a neighbor, like all good with it. I think that's very key is to have and talk with your neighbors before going into it.
Yeah, I've made sure to, like, build a relationship with all my neighbors, you know, give them my number if there's anything.
Just let us know.
Let me know.
Bring them by some cookies.
Yeah,
you know?
like, just hit me up if you ever have any problem or anything. And
cool.
Do you have anything else to skate your house except for a huge mega ramp and a huge mega?
I used to have a mini ramp, but it was pretty old and shot, and it was up, like, kind of closer to the house next to the pool, and I was either gonna have to, like, put a bunch of money into it to kind of revamp it, and we got rid of it and just kind of turned it into, like, a chill zone.
Oh, nice.
Let's build a curb there. Let's go opposite ends of the spectrum. Let's go the biggest thing to the smallest obstacle possible.
I have a bench and a flat bar rail. So
there you go.
There you go.
And a mani pad. Actually, wait.
Ooh.
I think I just got rid of the mani pad.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
God damn it.
Dang it.
You don't know who you're dealing with over there.
We can build it real quick though. If you guys come down.
Let's
I want a
do
mega
that.
mani pad.
Mega mani pad.
Wait,
Well,
have you skated like the mega ramp to like a mani pad or anything?
no, but
That would be pretty sick.
They have
the
those.
step up
Yeah.
at Bob's is, I guess, maybe kind of like that.
Doing
Oh,
a
yeah.
mani
That
going that
thing's-
fast is like kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
not that you can't.
Or wait,
do
no,
it.
I'm sorry.
but I think-
the one at Bob's, he's got like the rail,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the jump, the rail, and then the box,
Yeah.
and that one's pretty fun.
But that's like, does it curve a little bit?
It curves.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
I mean,
You
it
kinda
has
have
You
to,
can't like
right?
if it was like this, you would just shoot off so far, and you would land.
Flat bottom. Bob's like, I built this cool thing.
Yeah,
Elliot, you
go
want to try?
Yeah.
See how it works.
But I built like I wanted to build kind of like a hubba bench thing at my spot, and the first one that we built, it wasn't angled enough. It was kind of too flat, and the first time I hit it, I was just like, boom, all the way to flat.
Oh,
and
no.
I was like, okay, scrap that. Needs more of an angle.
Modify
Yeah.
this thing.
It's so crazy, man. You guys are such at like a high level of skating. It's like,
really
and
is.
literally like high level
yeah.
when I'm,
Yeah, yeah.
you're 40
High,
feet
high.
up in there. But
I think
it's
we-
incredible. It's incredible to watch.
I think it's
Dude.
when you're testing out new things is probably the scariest moment, probably, right? Because you don't know exactly. Like you said, you're like, if you build it the wrong angle, it could just
Yeah.
pitch you the wrong way.
For sure.
And in street skating, like,
We get scared street skating though.
I bet.
no,
You go
no.
to a new spot that you've never
don't know what
seen,
it's
you
gonna
never
be
skated.
like,
That-
yeah.
That first attempt is always the one that takes the longest.
Yeah.
but you're not getting launched off to
You never
something.
know.
I'm
Good.
just saying. I know what you're
That
saying.
mani
but-
pad, I got launched. I got launched at that mani pad.
I mean, the idea of hitting a handrail like freaks me out.
Yeah.
Way more than like
Yeah.
doing like, I don't know, something on my ramp.
But let's
Yeah.
even like go back. Like, how did you even get into skating I mean, it started with vert, obviously,
vert,
but then
yeah.
you just obviously transitioned into this mega, which makes complete sense.
Yeah, you definitely have to. I feel like have to have a pretty solid background in skating vert before trying to skate mega. I mean, especially the quarter pipe.
Yeah,
I mean,
alone.
you know.
Did you skate street first? Or-
Yeah, I used to skate streaks. I grew up in New York City.
Okay.
And I would skate all around the city. And I was at a friend's house one day, and they had the X Games on in '99, and I just so happened to catch Tony doing the 9, and just something about that was like, fuck, I want to skate vert. That was the coolest shit ever. Like, that moment was just,
Wow,
It's
that's
inspiring.
amazing.
Super dope.
That was one of the first times you saw skateboarding?
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
And
but you had already been skating, or
I
no?
had been, but like not for real.
Okay,
Like, I had
you-
a cheap Toys R Us board, and I would just kind of putt around the city and like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But where's the closest vert ramp in New York?
Yeah, so at the time, there was a skate park, or it just got rebuilt. It's on 108th and Riverside.
Uh-huh.
It's, they had a small vert ramp. And
Outdoor?
Outdoor.
Okay.
And then Chelsea Piers down on 23rd had a vert ramp as well. And so, yeah, I would go there, and I would pump back and forth. And, dude, it took me a year, like a full year, to commit to dropping in on a vert ramp.
shit.
I would just
Yeah.
pump up and down, and I would go up there, and I'd be like, fuck, not today.
Nah.
Do you
you
remember-
would scratch coping and stuff? And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But once you dropped in, you probably did it first try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thankfully, because I feel like sometimes a lot of people, they drop in for the first time on a vert ramp, eat shit, and they're like,
I'm done.
nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I've heard that story a lot, so thankfully I made it the
You
first
can do
time.
that.
First time I went for it. And then there was another skate park in New Jersey that was indoors, because trying to skate vert outside in the middle of winter kind
Yeah.
of sucks.
Yeah.
So we used to go to this place called Rexplex in New Jersey. It was indoors. They had a vert ramp, and then I started skating with some guys over there, and that was pretty much it.
That was it.
That was it.
That's and then
Open the door.
but you had to move out to California, right? Or
Yeah.
you didn't have to, but you were chasing the dream.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah, so let's see. Rexplex shut down. Then the last skate park was in Philly, which
Okay.
we were going. It was like 2.5 hours away. So it went from skating like almost every day to like 3 times a week. Skated there for a couple years, and like, man, had some of the best sessions there, and like such a great crew of guys out in Philly. And it was so sick too, because that was like Chris Cole's park, and so like the
X Park.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
At the Franklin Mills Mall.
It
went through like a couple different names, but
okay.
The vert ramp was like all the way back in the corner, and like the stairs up to it would overlook the whole street park, and I would just watch him skate. Sometimes like, this guy does not fucking fall, dude. Just like the craziest lines back and forth.
It seems like he's always been like that.
Yeah.
Right?
And it was cool because like we didn't really know each other then, and like it wasn't until years later that we've become friends, and like I tell him like, hey,
amazing.
I used to watch you out there.
I used to spy on you from the vert ramp.
So yeah, then that park shut down, and that was it, man. Like I kind of went through a pretty shitty period of my life because my father passed away too, and we had moved to New Jersey to be close to the skate park, and the schools out there sucked, dude. Like it was so polar opposite to the schools in the city. Like I had no friends. It was just like jock central. Even like there were a couple kids that skated, but they would like make fun of me because I skated vert. And I was like, well, fuck you guys. Like, come on, man.
You fucking skate.
God damn it. So yeah, that was it. That park shut down, and I think I stopped skating for a couple months. And you know, I had already been out here a few times, and I knew, I was like, dude, I gotta get out there. Like that's where I have to be. And I had some friends out here, and Kevin Staub was like a dude that really was like pushing me to get out here.
Sick.
He really helped me a lot. And yeah, there was just a day when, you know, I had a couple different jobs back there, and there was just this moment where like I was, you know, going to work in the morning, chipping ice off my windshield, and just like, fuck this, dude. I'm seriously over this. And I just told my mom, I'm like, I'm driving to California.
How old?
17.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
At this point, were you good enough to get sponsored? Did you have any sponsors?
Not really.
Was it weird in a sense of like, you know, because street skating, what are we talking, early 2000s?
This was 2004, 5.
Okay. I mean, street skating's going wild.
Yeah.
Vert skating, I don't know.
I mean, it was pretty, like the X Games was, you know, definitely pretty big at that time. And
but it's kind of hard to get sponsored, no? Like by like a legitimate board company,
yeah.
You know, and you could have the trucks, the energy drinks,
yeah,
that stuff.
For
but
sure.
Like,
but Staub had been flowing me Birdhouse boards for a while,
okay.
And so I was like, and he's like, if you move out here, you can skate Tony's ramp all the time.
Perfect.
And it's like, you know, I had skated Bob's ramp. There was the YMCA. There were like so many different vert ramps to skate that I was just like, and it's just like nice all year round. And like, fuck, why would I not want to, you know?
It must be rad skating for Tony Hawk. Not only is he the Birdman, but he's a vert skater.
Yeah.
And like you skate for a vert skater.
Yeah.
One of the most famous vert skaters. But you guys can fully relate.
Yeah.
And bond over that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's such a trip to ride for Birdhouse, man, because like it's been one of my favorite companies since I started skating. I mean, I got the End for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Whenever that came out, or like 2000 or whatever, and I just on VHS, and I would just rewind it and watch it.
I think we all did.
Yeah, for sure.
I was so obsessed with it, and just all these years later to have a Birdhouse board with my name on it still is like
it's so cool.
Like, so cool.
So he was giving. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, like, when it comes to like starting to get sponsored for skating vert, like, how was that trying to get sponsored, like doing that in a different world? Because would you send sponsoring tapes, or would Tony just kind of took you under his wing and help you out? Or
it was like that was more of just like flow, like we're just giving you boards, you know.
And that was Kevin Staub, right?
Yeah,
he was doing that.
Yeah, I think, you know, for a vert skater at that time, it was like all about contests. You know, like going to contests. If you start placing good at contests, like, you know, you may have a shot.
And that's what I was trying to get at before, was like, you know, being a vert skater maybe in the mid 2000s was harder to get sponsored. What board companies were sponsoring vert skaters? You know what I mean, though? Like,
I mean,
it was few and far between.
I mean, there was, you know, Bucky was on Element or Birdhouse.
That Element didn't last long for Bucky.
Colin McKay, he was on like, you know, Girl and Alien.
And,
he was on there for
I had one of Colin's Girl boards.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
But it's a little few and far between, right?
Yeah.
It was mainly more of like, you know, the helmets, the drinks.
Mostly the energy drink.
Yeah.
You know, if you can get
which
on
is
one of those.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're the ones that are paying you the most.
Right.
They want the podium people,
Right.
you know, to television and stuff like
Right,
that.
sure.
So it's a win-win for you.
Yeah. But I always trip out on that with street skaters. Like, how do street skaters make a living?
They don't.
It's just like photos, videos, that kind of thing? Or
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, the money is in shoes, obviously, right? The money's in drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And these drink companies, like, they do fuck with street skaters, but not on the level that I would like to see.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the Red Bulls and the Monsters do.
Mm-hmm.
Rockstar, Chris Joslin,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
they're there, you
Yeah.
know, but I mean, like, it's few and far between.
Yeah.
You know,
they,
so
have
it's,
they have big squads, dude.
They do.
They did not used to have big squads.
Yeah,
that's
for
for
sure.
sure.
It's been a
100%.
slow grow,
It's-
but
Yeah.
but I feel like they were using the guys in the X Games to get in.
Yeah.
You know, the game.
Right.
yeah, the visibility.
They want that visibility.
Yeah.
You know, and then they expanded.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
But I
for
think it
sure.
started, with the vert skaters. That became, you guys, the street skaters were using that more.
Yeah.
The wearing the logos, and the street skaters didn't really know
Hesitant.
where,
Yeah.
if they should indulge in this or not.
Right.
I heard people turning down crazy deals back then,
Really?
and looking at
Probably
it
kicking
now.
themselves.
Yeah, they're looking at it now and be like, "Fuck, I should have done that. I was trying to play this cool guy move and
Yeah.
not have that."
But-
Yeah.
Being a cool
Yeah.
guy does not
No.
Hey, but back then,
pay the bills.
Back then, though, man, I mean,
It's different.
I'll tell you one thing though. I know companies now that if you wanted to ride for them, they won't let you ride for them if you have.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Wait,
It's-
say that again.
Yeah, for sure.
It's out there.
It's out there.
Really?
Core.
Yeah, core brands.
Okay.
They don't fuck
Cool.
with that.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of depressing. I mean, I know that some core brands need that certain image.
Yeah.
But like also like we're human beings.
Right.
Also, if I have an opportunity to get paid,
And you're not going to pay me that. Like,
right.
Yeah. What
do
Like
you want
I
me to
have
do?
my future
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
Definitely.
look forward to. Like how am I
Yeah.
supposed to live?
And I think I don't know. We'll see. But I think people are just becoming more open to this realization that skateboarders, this is how they can make some serious money.
Yeah.
You know?
Listen,
And
the
that-
average street skater, and they don't make a lot of money, you know. The board companies,
Yeah.
The industry's small overall.
It's small.
Bro.
It's a small
what do you-
industry.
What is somebody really expecting to get paid in an industry like skateboarding? You know what I mean? Like if you don't have like a big corporate sponsor behind you, you know what I mean? It's going to be pennies on the dollar because you don't core aspects of skateboarding. You just don't get paid money.
And it's funny too because
Crazy.
like the industry's flooded with companies.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we were talking before the show in the 80s.
Yeah.
These guys used to have like 4 graphics their whole
Right.
career.
Yeah.
They're getting $20,000 a month.
20, 30,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, and then it went down to like, the was it Alien, Chocolate, Girl, or the World era,
Right.
Plan B, Blind, and then it went to like Girl, Chocolate, and then all of a sudden now there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of companies. Back then, all the money was being funneled
To the
up to
top.
these top Zero and
Yeah.
all these companies. But it's like a double-edged sword, right? Because like oh, hey, homie started a new company. That's dope.
Yeah.
But then you're like, damn, like that's
Yeah.
another company.
Yeah, it was funny. I
Like,
went to
you know
my
what I mean?
friend's skate shop the other day, and I was like, what boards are selling?" He was like, he pulled someone off the wall that I'd never heard of, and he's
Yep.
like, "These we can't keep in stock." It was like,
Crazy.
I forget the name of it. But I was just like, and it was the worst graphics. Dude. Like somebody just scribbled, and I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, it
That's-
also depends on where you're at, within the region of where you're at. of
Yeah,
what's popular
totally
and
true.
what-
And they built their own
For sure.
community of
Yeah.
who likes their brand. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, yeah.
But,
But
I,
it
li-
is-
I like that as well. you
Totally.
know?
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword, like I
Exactly.
said, because like we lived through those times where the money was being funneled through, those
Yeah.
top 10 or 15 companies.
Yeah.
When everybody else comes in, then all the money gets dispersed.
Yeah.
And now all the riders' paychecks go lower and lower and lower till they're on board royalties. Now they're only selling 50 boards a month, 100 boards a month, you know.
The cool
Yeah.
thing about writing for a great boards company, even if you're not making a lot of money off them, they set you up with other deals, right?
Yeah.
They put you in a spot
Try
where you're
to.
marketable and like cool, the shoe, like if you were on Girl and Chocolate back then or Alien, you know that all the top brands like DCS,
Audio.
Yeah.
audio, like all those guys were all the big
were,
dogs. They're
definitely.
like, oh, we need the new person on those
Yeah.
companies.
Right.
Absolutely.
So was
Damn.
different back then, I guess. But
It's forever changing.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
Like what we're talking about right now is not going to be the same in even a year.
Yeah.
No.
2 years, 5 years. I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's,
Moving.
it's ever changing. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, I question it every year. I mean, I feel so grateful to have made it this far, but every year I'm like, fuck, dude, how much longer can I keep doing
How old are
this?
you?
I just turned 34.
bro, you're
Killing it, bro. Love it.
young,
I
dude.
mean, not like physically. I just mean
No,
like
in general, believe me, like
well, you're doing something so different than what's going on.
Yeah.
it's a different kind of skateboarding, and it's almost like Evil Knievel type
Yeah.
shit, dude.
yeah.
I have some
Damn
Evil Knievel
straight.
stuff I want to do. I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
That's why I think there's longevity with
I'm
you. You
trying
know,
to make
with
that
you in
happen.
this aspect, you
Yeah.
do something different. You're not doing the norm. It's something that's definitely there's not too many people that do what you do.
and people want to
Right.
see that shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
When I get on Instagram and I see you flying through the air and
Sick.
doing crazy, I'm
oh,
like,
that's so cool. to hear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
thank you
It's
so
insane.
much.
Yeah, dude.
so you're out. You come out here at 17. You pack up
Yeah.
your car and you get on the road. Where do
Yeah.
you go?
So my buddy Sanford and I drove out here, separate cars. His brother was already out here. His brother had an RV. We stayed in the RV for a little bit. Then we stayed at another friend's house, and then we eventually got a place. And then my mom came out like, I don't know, 8 months later, 6 or 8 months later.
Moved out here.
Moved out here.
Oh, dope.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Because my dad had passed away, and she wanted to. My mom's the best. She's been my biggest supporter since.
Amazing.
That's so rad.
So yeah, she's like, all right, I'm coming
That
out
helps.
too, and I was like, yeah. My mom runs. She's just like, why? Like it's so nice out here. Come run out here, and like New York's fucking cold, and everyone's angry, and like fuck that. So,
The seasons in New York. I mean,
Yeah.
New York is dope when it's dope,
Yeah,
but when
yeah.
it's
when it's
cold, it's
dope.
like hibernating.
yeah,
Fuck out of here.
fuck that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a place, and let's see. I had a bunch of jobs when I moved out until things started to kind of pick up. But definitely grateful for those experiences and working and
Well, yeah, it's a grind. You gotta,
sure.
you
Yeah.
gotta do the
It
grind.
sets you up for the man you were
yeah,
supposed to
for
be.
sure.
Yeah.
For
and
sure.
where were you skating when you came out here? Like
Tony's ramp,
Tony's ramp.
Bob's ramp, the Y.
that's the thing. Like down there, there's a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
They kind of went away for a bit, but there's they're coming back. There's like probably 4 or 5 vert ramps now.
How was
That's
it?
a lot, though.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Sure. How was it starting to skate with those guys back then?
With who?
With like Tony and them, you go to skate the
Oh,
ramp.
oh,
Like,
yeah.
What was it like? So you come into town, you finally get here, and then you're like this new kid.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Pretty intimidating
Yeah.
for a while, but everyone was just so cool, and like I said, Kevin Staub and Buster Halterman was another dude that
Dude,
really took
there
me
he
under.
is.
Dude,
There he
Buster
is.
is my favorite, man. He
He's
really
the
took me under his
fuck.
wing, and like he really helped me out. And he was another guy that was like, dude, you have to move out here. Like now is your time to do this. Like if you don't try and go for it right now, like you may miss the window. And so
Took it,
yeah,
got it.
and had a couple other friends that I skated with out here, and yeah, it was
That's
Definitely
definitely
the
the
right
Buster
move.
Halterman was fucking
Yeah.
helping you because I definitely was a big fan of Buster, and if he's still skating, I still am.
Man, it sucks because he lives down there still, like pretty close, and unless he's skating and I don't see it, he's never come to skate my house, dude. I'm so bummed. I'm like, dude, he's been over like once or twice. I'm like, dude, come skate, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Let's have a session.
Just
bro.
have a session, like
Yeah.
you'll go skate Tony's, but it's like, how long have we known each other, dude? And I have a ramp in my house, like, come skate my ramp.
And he lives somewhat close to you.
He lives in Encinitas.
Oh wow,
I
so he
think.
does. Yeah.
and he has like his whole biodiesel thing that he's doing,
Amazing.
and he has like a facility out in Escondido, which is pretty
Okay.
close to my place too. So, but he's just so busy, he's like
Doing his thing.
fully doing that
Yeah.
whole thing.
Buster
now.
Halterman.
Man.
yeah, Buster.
I
Legend,
always
bro.
say
Straight
sounds
up.
like a boxer's name.
Yeah, it's a
Buster
cool
Halterman
yeah, yeah.
versus Elliot Sloan.
Illest style, bro. Like he looks really
Oh,
like he's
yeah.
supposed to do
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
And that's what
Sick
stood
of
out to me.
style.
You know what
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, definitely very Chris Miller-ish.
Yeah.
Like just
planet Earth, man.
yeah.
And so you said you came out here in like what, 2004, 2005?
January of 2006.
January 2006, beginning
Yeah.
of the year, fresh
Yep.
year, let's go.
Let's go.
And then when did you get on Birdhouse?
Officially, I don't really remember.
Was it kind of one of those things like Tony's like, hey, you're on?
Yeah, I think at one point he was like, hey, we're going to really, try and start supporting you guys. And then started getting a little paycheck. And I was like, holy shit. Like, are you sure? Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right on.
Hell yeah.
And then, I would always go on these trips with Tony, and like he does demos all over the world. And, I've been on so many cool trips with Tony. And
So rad.
just, that dude's awesome.
He's a rat.
He's taken me
really
all over the
is.
world, man. Like, we've been to so many cool demos. And I think it was just 2 years ago that I've got my first. That was the first one.
board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I guess.
Oh, that's your first one
This
right
one
there?
right here?
The black and white one, yeah.
Oh, sick.
And it was so cool. They surprised me at the house, and that was like literally the only thing I've ever been surprised for. Like, no surprise birthdays. I was like, I don't know what you're doing.
You always
But
catch
this
on.
one, yeah, like Chris Gregson came over. I thought we were gonna film like I was doing like a little YouTube edit, and I was like, let's get Tony over. Like, I want to do a thing with him or whatever. And I told everyone not to come skate that day because I wanted it to be like a personal thing. I wanted to do a little interview.
Gotcha.
And Tony's there, and I'm like, cool. And then all these people start showing up, and I'm like, fuck, man, I told
Blowing my whole spot, dude. I got a date with the
skate,
Birdman
dude.
today.
And then more and more people start coming. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Wait, this is at your house?
At my house.
Isn't
yeah.
that weird? People just start showing up at your house.
And I'm like getting pissed because like I told everyone, don't come today.
Yeah.
You know?
Specifically.
And Tony comes up to me and he's like, dude, I haven't skated Meg in a while. Like, do you think this board's all right? Like, I don't know. Like, what do you think? And I'm like, yeah, it's all good. Like, it probably should be all right. And I was just like, oh shit. And then everyone's like, ah. And it was like, man, probably one of the best days of my
That's
life.
so
'Cause,
right.
like,
Did you kick everybody out? And
Yeah.
say, listen, I still got this date with Tony. It's amazing.
But yeah, that was one for the books.
I
'cause-
love that.
Wait, that was just 2
The
years
surprise
ago?
Yeah.
Pro.
Wow.
2020, July 3rd.
July
I don't know how I remember that.
Oh.
2020. But
Well,
it's
then you had
best
the
day of
next
my
day?
life,
Yeah. Dude,
Did you ever
crazy.
think, I mean, listen, you're 34,
Yeah.
you turned pro at 32.
Yeah.
Did you ever think it wasn't going to happen? Man-am forever?
Man, that one. Maybe, yeah, because I had kind of like maybe subtly been asking them for a while, like, hey, is this a possibility? Like, not now.
Okay.
Next year. What do you think? I just put this video part out, or
Mm-hmm.
I just won the X Games. Not yet. Time's not right. And I was like, fuck, all right, man. I didn't want to leave because it's like, it's
No.
Birdhouse, it's
Yeah.
Tony. I'm just like, I'll just stick it out, you know?
But at the same time, I feel like you maybe didn't feel complete. Like you needed that board to like, dude, you're
Yeah.
in X Games, you're on
Yeah,
television,
yeah,
you're
to
doing
solidify everything.
You probably have pro helmets
Yeah.
and whatever. Like,
I think in the back of my mind, I just felt like, if I just stick it out and I just keep doing what I'm doing and I just bite my tongue, maybe
it's the best approach.
one day
Yeah,
they'll
I
they'll
agree.
they'll hook it up.
It's the
And
best
I didn't want to
approach.
just be like, dude, where's my board, man?
Yeah.
I was just like, it'll happen
Isn't that
when it happens.
That's funny, right? You can win the X Games and all these contests, but the only thing that really matters is your name on a board.
For sure.
For
Like I said, like
yeah.
the medals are cool, but like when I'm done skating one day to have these boards that say Birdhouse and my
Yeah.
name on it, I think that means like
That's
probably
so,
the most.
that's
Yeah,
so
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
Medals are like accomplishments
Yeah.
in the road
Yeah.
to this place,
Totally.
right?
It's like
It's
you're a
everything
kid.
we want as a kid.
Yeah, totally.
It's like your name on a board. Like I
Yeah.
used to write my name on a,
Yeah.
it's Chris Branagh board. I'd scratch out Branagh and write
Yeah.
Roberts, like I want my,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's it, dude.
For
You know what I'm saying,
sure.
dude? It's
Yeah,
like it's
I
want
feel
you
you.
want your shit.
Yeah.
But that's great though.
Yeah.
Got surprised and everything. Because I feel like I turned late. I turned pro late as well.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly as well.
Yep.
He turned what 30?
30 years old.
30 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did
So
you say Man-am?
Man-am.
Man-am. I like
Yeah. I thought I was the oldest, but I guess you are. So
Man-am.
it's-
Yeah. I'll take it for
I'm
you.
glad we're in the 30s. So me and
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
that's tight.
yeah.
I get all jealous when I hear like, they surprised me turning pro. Like we didn't have that shit. You just,
Really?
like,
Yeah.
just, like,
Here you
you
go,
just
dude.
turned pro.
Like,
You
what?
know what I'm saying? Like, and that
Oh,
was
man.
that's
was
what
it.
it was. You know what I mean? And there was no celebration. Like
Really?
whatever.
What, they
No.
would just call you up one day, like, hey, like, you got a board?
Like when you turned pro, what did they do?
I turned pro.
Yeah, but how did you know you turned pro?
They told me.
Who told you?
Girl in chocolate.
What, Rick? What did Rick?
I think, to be honest, like I don't remember the scenario, but I just know that they were just like, "Yeah, you're getting a
You're
board."
They
pro.
didn't show you a
We're
board.
gonna
They
be
just
going-
told you we're giving you a board.
Well, for girl, they just give you the OG logo and whatever.
Oh,
you know,
your
there's
name
like
on it.
your
Yeah.
name on it. So at that time there wasn't any specific like, okay, what do you want color?
Yeah,
like there was no just here's your board.
Here's your board.
We're going to Slam City Jam. We're gonna enter the contest. Like that's your surprise. Like
That's
you know,
dope.
so it was different. It wasn't like a
Still means a
surprise.
lot.
1000%. It was the biggest day ever, even though it wasn't a celebratory day amongst everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in my heart, I was definitely celebrating. Like, wow, I did it.
It's funny though, because like we talk to skaters on this show all the time that like some want to know if they're going to turn pro. They want to know, they want to have something ready. They want to work on a video part. They want to do this, or they want to be involved in it. Other people don't care.
Yeah.
You know, other people like, hey, it's a surprise. Cool.
Yeah.
You know, so it's there's all different types of skaters.
I was definitely stoked for the surprise because, like I said, never been surprised for anything in my life.
They
I
got
even told
you.
That's dope.
I even told my chick one time, like, can you do like a surprise birthday for me? It'd be kind of cool. But like,
Oh, you want?
You never had
I
one
want
before?
just because I've never had any surprise thing.
You do a tip
but
try.
But I
it's a
figured
surprise.
it out. Like I totally was like, nice try, but appreciate the effort.
See, I don't want a
Fair
surprise.
enough.
I don't want any surprises. I don't like a surprise.
Perfect. We're gonna surprise you.
Yeah. No,
No.
dude, if we did a
Can't get
surprise, if we did a surprise for Chris would immediately just walk out the door. Chris would be like, "What, dude?"
It was his birthday the other day. He didn't want you to say happy birthday to
I
him.
know.
Like,
No, I don't care. I'm not a celebratory guy. I don't. Birthdays don't. It's just
Yeah.
another day for me.
For sure,
You know,
yeah.
it's like what did I do on my birthday? Was Sunday? I worked. No, Saturday. I worked. You know, just did all 9 Club stuff. Worked on thumbnails and different
Yeah.
stuff that
didn't
we were
have
doing.
a birthday dinner. Didn't do anything.
Well, yeah, I had a birthday. You know,
did?
got to go to the
Good,
moms. Got to go to the moms.
Oh,
and-
there you
glad-
go.
I'm
So you
glad-
did
I'm glad you
celebrate.
did
You
that.
did celebrate. Yeah,
Got a
Glad you did
cupcake
that.
with a candle. you
Yeah,
know?
there you go.
There you go.
It's all good. It's all good. No, but that stuff's nice. You know,
Yeah.
like family stuff is nice. But you know, I don't need a whole thing.
Perfect for future reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care, Dubs.
Yeah.
I don't care.
We can get you.
Let's talk about moves, not skateboard moves. But there's been recently a big move. Well, you got the
Big
hat. You
move.
got the hat on.
Yeah.
You got the Yeti cooler
The
there
Yeti
with the logo on
I
that.
know, I'm
you
psyched
know.
on this thing, dude. They hooked it up.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
a big one
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
it's
Yeah.
But the logo that's on it, you went from Rockstar to Monster.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? What's going on there?
Well, yeah.
You've been with Rockstar for like 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
It's crazy.
And yeah, my contract ran up with Rockstar last year, and I just, I had some opportunities come about, and
Here we are.
kind of just went for it. Yeah,
The crossroads.
yeah.
Okay.
I definitely felt bad, but because those guys, they had my back and from the beginning, and
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, it was like this is the right move.
Yeah.
like
You do
I
what
know
feels
it.
right.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy about it, man,
yeah,
that's all that matters.
Yeah, and
you know?
it's been the best decision for
That's
sure.
awesome.
No, it's interesting, man. I like the I like that nowadays you have options. You
Yeah.
know, it's like I think in that world especially, those are the premier sponsors.
Yeah.
In our world, it's more of like shoe sponsors. I mean, the drinks are there, right?
for
But you know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
It's like the bigger sponsors is the energy drink, then shoes, then, it's kind of always been like that.
Yeah.
How does I'm not gonna ask about specifics about contracts, but like riding for Monsters or something like, is that like, are you contracted to wear a hat?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because some people have different things. I see like patches going on.
Yeah, they're a little bit. I feel like a little bit more lenient with the branding, which is pretty cool. But
Meaning suitable for the individual. Like, okay, if you want to wear the hat, you could do that. Or if you want to
as
do
long
the
as you have
patch or
something
something.
visible,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I saw Braden Hoban. He's a new kid on turned pro for Toy Machine. He's skating Street League, and he had the patch right here.
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, that's awesome that he's getting taken care of.
Yeah.
And he's repping too.
Yeah.
Ashad, right? Ashad, he wears
Ashad.
a little patch.
yeah,
on his,
I don't think I ever see him wear a hat. He's
Yeah.
just got like a.
Yeah, he
And
does
then-
other angles.
Chris Cole had like the
Oh, yeah,
the sweatband
Right.
thing.
Right.
And
So
then,
there's
like,
options. There's
yeah.
options.
Raisa has the grip tape. She has Mob grip tape, but has the Monster logo in front.
Ah.
So everyone has their own little ways, and I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. Because I'd seen maybe other ones. It was very specific, like every rider has to have
Wear it this way.
Yes,
right?
a hat.
Yeah.
A hat.
Yeah.
No, it's been great, and everyone over there, like Joey Shigeo and Cody Dresser, those guys are great, and
Sick.
I'm super stoked.
You got to rebrand the ramp, dude.
Oh yeah,
What's going?
yeah. Well, we took everything down and put all stuff up for X Games.
Mm-hmm.
Then that came down. All the monster stuff stayed, and it's actually in the process of being rebranded.
That's right. You had the X Games at your house.
Yeah.
How was that?
Crazy.
It was crazy. It was super cool, man. Like, definitely a lot. Definitely, pretty stressful at
Did you feel like you
times.
were a host?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there was a while there where like I couldn't just like come out of the house without being like, hey, where does this go? Where can we get one of these? What about this over here? And it's just like, oh fuck.
Where can I plug this light in? There's the outlet, right?
Yeah, but it was great, man. The whole experience was just super cool, and everyone from ESPN like handled everything like just top notch, and
Amazing.
definitely got a bunch of upgrades to the house and the ramps, and skate light and monster stepped up, and we're like, you know what,
Wow.
we want everything to look brand new and uniform, and so
You should we
let's
should do
go.
this every year.
We're like, okay, let's do it.
I'll see you guys next year.
Yeah.
But that's awesome though. But did you feel like you had a home court advantage?
People kept saying that, and I was like, stop saying that. Like, it's still really hard, like
Totally.
I've always I feel like I've struggled with, being consistent in contests. Plus on top of that, dealing with this thing with my back, in the midst of all that didn't help. But
You had a little bit of home court advantage.
Oh,
a little
maybe,
bit.
yeah,
But
a
listen, to
little
be
bit.
honest though, like a lot of people that skated the X Games probably had skated your ramp.
yeah, they
before,
skate. It's
so-
like they skate
Yeah.
there a lot, and it's not like I wasn't letting them skate. It's like, come skate.
You can't skate it for
And,
6 months before
I
the
actually,
contest.
yeah. Ramp's closed, guys.
Then we'd have a problem.
Yeah.
Ramp's closed. Sorry. Elliot won't let me skate his ramp.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to practice?
I know.
And actually, yeah, the dude that won the mega contest is from France, and he doesn't live here really
Right.
all year. So
It doesn't matter, right?
yeah,
So a lot of people were saying home court advantage.
yeah.
Yeah, you
And I was
heard that
just
a
like,
lot.
Man, you're like really putting the pressure on.
Did you have people? Were there people watching there?
Yeah, it was pretty limited because it's a big space, but it's not like just open the doors to everyone. And
Yeah.
my street kind of sucks for parking. Like, there's no sidewalk. Like, so we had to rent. There's a church down the street that has a big
Parking lot.
yeah. So we rented that out, and people would walk up, and then my neighbors across the street, we rented their yard for parking. Yeah,
Amazing.
So
Yeah,
you didn't put up
yeah.
bleachers and shit?
they were going to, and then I think they scrapped that idea. For vert, it was kind of weird because they didn't let anyone up on the deck, and there's only like a really, I don't know, maybe like 15 feet, and there was like a big camera tower here on the side of the ramp, so there was only like so many people right here, and then they had like behind the ramp they had like TVs set up to watch, which is kind of weird because it's like, all right, we're here.
Right, but you're watching on TV.
We're watching on TV.
Yeah.
But then for the mega, it was way better because there's like this whole kind of open zone on the other side of the mega, and so that was pretty packed. And
How big is your vert ramp?
the vert ramp is about 14 feet tall and like about 100 feet wide.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the one that Clay did the trade with the fakie on.
Yeah.
I definitely saw that
That
one.
was so
definitely saw that,
sick.
for
Oh,
sure.
That was awesome.
yeah, that was, man, Clay's so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that you have this whole compound there.
Yeah.
You got a 100-foot wide vert ramp.
Yeah.
You got a
Amazing.
200-foot long mini mega type thing. That's
I've been
incredible.
there for 10 years in September.
10 years.
And it's taken,
To
it's
process.
taken a long time to get it to where it's at. And especially with the mega section, I really had to piece that together and,
right.
raise a little bit of money. Okay, this gets me so far. And then I got to raise more money, and then
Yeah.
ran
Yeah.
out of that. And then just running into all kinds of crazy things, like with the whole return section. Like, I didn't realize I was going to have to dig it out that deep, and like we kept digging it out, and I would stand back there and I was like, fuck, it's still not going to work. We got to go deeper, dig out another. So we ended up digging out like 13 feet,
Damn.
and then you have this 13-foot vertical dirt wall that's like just crumbling. And I was like, fuck, dude, we have to like put a retaining up wall now. Like, who's
Yeah.
couldn't find the money for it, and I just had to pay for it. I just put it on credit cards, and I was like, if I don't do this, this
Something
whole
could happen,
side
yeah.
is just going to fall in. And
Who's digging this hole out? You just got your buddies over there?
Yeah, thankfully I had a buddy that, knows how to run these like big
Excavator
machines.
type
Yeah,
deal.
so he fucking hooked it up, man, because he came in there and we didn't have to get rid of any dirt, thankfully, because that can be pretty expensive. And so he was able to like just level everything around the ramp with that.
He
and
replaced everything.
Replaced
That's
it.
sick.
Yeah, and just kind of, because like from the Mega, it kind of sloped off pretty hard. So he just brought it out and then like leveled everything. And yeah.
Nice.
That's a long process.
It
huh?
was such a long process.
sure.
And yeah, it was super stressful because I think like 2018, we got like really heavy rain and that pit would just fill up over and over, like up to my waist.
Damn.
And I'd have to go rent this giant pump, drop it in there and like move it around, pump the water out.
Wow.
And then finally I was like, all right, I just got to buy one of these units. And we dug like a French drain and dug like a huge well with like this sump pump and hardwired this pump in that has like a little float thing. So anytime water gets in there, it just like
Gets it out of
turns on and pumps it out.
Oh, it's automatic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do that when I have like my pool cover. When it rains, or whatever, you put one of those things on, it drains the water on top of the pool cover.
Oh, you into the street?
No, actually, into my drain, like whatever by the pool. Whatever.
okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Huh.
It was an insane amount of water, dude. Like literally up to my waist. I was just like in there, like moving this pump around. Like,
And this is the return wall.
yeah,
Okay. Right.
goes like underground.
Yep.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah, you guys got to come down and check it
I
out.
would
We joked about it on the
love-
show.
I know.
but-
That's like when I saw that, I was like, I got to get those guys down here.
Dude,
Would love to.
I would love to. I want to barbecue with your neighbors.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring some cheddar wurst hot dogs.
Yes.
Got the cheese inside of them.
Damn, that would be mad fun though. For real
Yeah.
though, that'd be
Let me
cool.
know. I'll try and line up a session. And
Oh, I want
That would be
I want the biggest. I want
Biggest
Clay
session,
there. I
Clay,
want Tom
Tom,
Shar
yeah.
there. I want you there. I
Yeah.
want the Hawkman.
Hawkman.
I want everybody.
You want to jump 30-foot?
No, I just
Yeah,
want to
so
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, only if
I'm
you
gonna be
drop
cooking
in.
up the
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cooking up the
It's gonna
cheddar
be
wurst.
busy.
No, but that would be amazing
Yeah,
though, because I
that's
think
it.
watching it's one thing to watch it on TV. It's incredible stuff on videos,
Yeah.
Instagram, but when you're there seeing it,
Yeah,
it's like vert. When you
Yeah.
see vert in person,
Yeah, it's a whole
it
different
is
thing.
so incredibly just awe-dropping.
And
like,
everyone says the
amazing.
same thing when they get there. It's like, this is a whole different thing in
Yeah.
person. Like, fuck, I
Totally.
didn't realize it was this big. Or like,
Yeah, I would suggest anybody out there that has an opportunity to go see, the vert alert,
Yeah.
vert attack,
Vert Alert. Yeah,
the
that's
vert
coming
alert.
up in 2 weeks, the 26th,
Yeah.
7th, 26th and 27th in Salt Lake.
Anybody that has opportunity to go to these things, or just go to watch a vert,
Yeah.
go to a skate park and go watch vert. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible to watch these people.
Definitely.
What's the process? Let's say you're not home and people want to skate your ramp. Are people still going to skate your ramp when you're not there?
What's the gate code?
So, yeah, I do have a gate code now that I can unlock from my phone and do that. But I don't know. I mean, like I was saying, the whole thing with Lizzie kind of freaked me out. And just,
Yeah.
if I'm not there, I just get like super anxious
Yeah.
if people are skating while I'm not there, and just God forbid something happens and I get a call and I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not there. Like,
That's
Well,
a liability, bro.
it
You
is.
don't
And
want
I
that.
actually had to get like new insurance just to cover the ramps.
Wow.
So I had to get a whole new insurance policy just on the ramps, and then a whole new home insurance thing.
And not to mention, you witnessed the most horrific accident that
Yeah.
you'll probably ever witness.
Yeah.
Too.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could imagine where your head's at.
Yeah.
With other people coming there and like,
For sure.
this isn't just like let's jump the fence and skate Elliot's ramp.
No,
Yeah,
this ain't
yeah.
no little mini ramp in the backyard.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is
Right.
like adults. This is big dog shit. Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
Do you have waivers for people to sign?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
okay. I
sure.
figured, yeah.
I've got, waivers from the new insurance they provided. They're like, these are the new
Oh,
waivers
official.
now. Like, you have to have like your old waivers, throw them out. These are all new waivers. And
Damn.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I try and be pretty cool about letting people come skate, but it is, a bit much sometimes, because like the way the setup is like you have to come through my backyard because there's not a separate entrance for the ramps, which I wish there was. So you have to come through my backyard. My living room's right here. So like, and I have 4 dogs and they all lose their mind when they see people, and it's just like, shut up. So they're like, you know, going through, and then they'll skate, and then they'll come back out and like just looking straight into my living room. Sometimes it's just like, fuck, man, I feel like I have no privacy. But I also don't want to be a dick. I don't want to tell people no, and like I want people to come skate. So I don't know. We've tried to just find a balance, and lately what I've been doing has just been like, all right, 3 to 6.
You have skate sessions.
'Cause otherwise, it's like, yeah, come skate, and they'll just be there for.
Just roll
I'm
up.
like, dude, it's 8 o'clock, guys. Like, get out.
Yeah.
Back there, like smoking joints or something. It's like,
Is there a way that you can make like a partition to kind of block, you know what I mean, their entrance? No, it just
Not
would look
really.
But
weird.
still, it's almost like he. I mean, I would.
I'm trying to be.
No. But I mean, like, it's almost like I would want to keep an. I would want to know. I'd want to see
course.
who's
Yeah.
coming
Of
in and
course.
who's not coming
Of
in.
course.
yeah.
Because I was
But I'm
going to
sure you
suggest
have-
the same thing, like just build an underground tunnel or something. You know? Yeah.
But I'm sure you have cameras too, right? I would imagine.
Yeah,
right?
I've got
That-
the ring up on the side.
that you can
the
see who's
gate,
coming and going, and
because you know, again, with the whole thing with Lizzie, it's like I tell people, like, dude, don't just say like, can I come skate? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then you bring 2 people, and now they're skating, and it's like, dude, they need to sign a waiver.
Right.
I don't know if like, you
Who
know,
who are you?
who are you? And
Yeah.
like, don't just go up, because that happens all the time. Like, they'll just bring somebody that they didn't say, and then
not just
the
who
next
are
thing
you.
you know, like I'm looking out the back window, and they're like up on top of the mega, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, like, hey, like,
Yeah,
And
but
now you're the asshole.
I don't want to be that guy,
Right.
you know?
No, because it's not like who are you? It's like, are you capable
Right.
of fucking skating this
right.
thing?
Are you capable of even standing up on top?
Yeah,
of
like
that?
let me-
But
Let's-
it's like, even if you are capable, like Lizzie, what we thought Lizzie
Totally.
was,
100%.
it's like,
Yeah.
you never know.
100%.
Totally.
Yeah,
so-
accidents, they happen.
Yeah.
You know, what are you going to do? It's beyond your
Yeah.
control. But you got to protect yourself. But yeah, I can understand that. I mean,
Yeah.
even these private parks we go to, you know, like Beeble's old park, it's like, you know, one person gets invited, then 2 cars show up, 2 car full of people show up, and
Yeah.
then another car shows up, and it's
Yeah.
like they just invited that one
One
person,
guy, right.
And now you got this whole skate
The
park
whole crew. Yeah.
just filled, you know.
It's not
Yeah.
big enough for all of us.
Yeah, you know, it's like you want to have a session with your homies. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like, yeah, whatever.
and it sucks to be in that position sometimes, where it's like,
yeah.
because I don't know, I feel like I'm too much of a nice guy. People are there, they're like, oh, hope it's all good, and it's like, yeah, it's all good. But I'm just
In the
like,
back of your mind, you're
yeah.
like, dude,
all right.
if you saw what I saw, and this is my house,
Yeah.
you'd
Yeah.
be.
You don't want to be taken advantage of in those scenarios,
Yeah.
you know. Obviously.
It was hectic. Like maybe 2 or 3 months before X Games, like the ramp guys were showing up at 7 a.m. to work on the ramp. They would leave at like 3, and they would always mostly leave the ramp skatable, like whatever they take off, they put back on. So they would leave. Then people would come to skate. So that went on for, I don't know, 6-7 weeks. Then the whole production crew started rolling in and then setting shit up, and then people were coming to skate, and like,
You have
So-
Yeah, that's a
no
lot.
privacy.
yeah, it
a
was
lot,
insane.
for
And
sure.
my lady was just like, can we be done?
No,
with
that's
this?
a lot, for sure.
But yeah, no, it was all good.
Would you do it again, the X Games?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like in the midst of it, I was like, oh man, this is insane. Like, and just, you know, the pressure of having to compete too. Like the whole time I was like, dude, I can't wait for this to be over. Like, I wasn't sleeping for like a couple weeks, just waking up at 4 a.m., just like fucking heart pounding. But
Anxiety.
as soon as it was over, I was like, oh fuck, man, like let's do that again.
Yeah.
Like it was done, and then everything's just back to being so quiet, and I'm like, it's too quiet now.
Well,
But now you know the routine.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
gonna say if you now you know.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you're getting yourself into. You
Yeah.
know exactly how it's gonna roll.
Yeah.
You know exactly.
I mean, hopefully they want to do it. I mean, I think the whole X Games thing is kind of up in the air right now.
Okay.
Like they're in the process of like being sold.
Yeah, I heard
so
that.
I don't know what's going to happen next year, but if they want to do it,
Let's go.
let's go.
Yeah.
Because we already
Yeah.
figured everything out. You know, like it took a while to figure out where we're going to park these trucks and like this, where is this going to go, and that. So if they want to do
They
it,
already
again,
gotta figure it
they
out
got to
now.
figure it out. It's
Yeah.
just, you know, drop it in.
There you
Let's
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Yeah, and then you got the whole craft services. I'm
Yeah.
sure you could go nibble on some
some hummus.
some hummus.
It's not like they had that many
Some hummus.
options anyway, right?
Wait.
Do they have a lot of options?
For
like
food?
No, it's not food.
Oh, sorry. I'm not talking food now?
Food, we got some
Hummus, you could have carrots, pita bread, all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
no, as far
man.
as having the venue somewhere else, like you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I heard there was talk of it going back to going to Ventura Fairgrounds this year.
Okay.
And they would just build something.
Yeah,
Right.
Because most of their stuff is portable except like the park that they build and they tear that down.
Oh, X Games has a portable vert ramp.
They have a portable vert ramp.
Okay.
And they have a full mega. And actually 2020 they were going to do the mega park thing. They built the whole thing and they were going to do it in Minneapolis. It was going to be the last year in Minneapolis at that stadium, and then everything fell through.
Right. Yeah.
And so, but now they have that ramp. If they want to do it somewhere else, they can do it. But
I think it's a cool vibe.
yeah,
I think it's a cool vibe having it like at your house.
yeah, that's what everyone
It's more
said. It
intimate.
just seemed like, you know, unfortunately, I wish I could just invite whoever and just open it up. But,
Right.
you know, it does, it, yeah.
It's still your house.
In
Yeah,
the
for
neighborhood
sure.
too, dude. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
you don't want to like. Bug
That was
the
another
neighbors
thing
out.
too. I didn't want to like, because we had done you know, a couple events there in the past, and like one event we had, dude, the next day like 5 neighbors came to knock on my door and like literally scolded me, dude. I felt like a school kid. I was just
Really?
like
Yeah.
you can't be doing this shit. We've been cleaning shit up all around the neighborhood, and like you guys went till 4 a.m, you know. And I'm just like, okay,
Wow,
I'm
the
so
cars and trash
I'm
and
so
shit.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
I couldn't
Yeah,
imagine
clean it
it
up.
being a neighbor and be like, "What's going on over there?" Like,
Oh, yeah.
fucking my homies have the X Games in his house.
Straight up.
Got the you could hear the announcer like across the neighborhood, like Elliot Sloan dropping in. It's 540 here. Yeah.
Wait, did you have to go like and like tell everybody? Like, and
We
be like,
actually,
hey,
because ESPN had to go like fully by the books. They went through the city. The city's like, this is the process. These are the permits. You have to send this letter out to like 92 of your neighbors. And I
In
was like,
proximity,
in
probably.
proximity to let them know. And I was like, oh shit, well, now they're all gonna know where
It's
where
me.
it's
Also, I mean, they have to do that when they're filming commercials, movies,
yeah,
like
for
anything. You know, you get a little slip on the front. We've had it here, like a little slip, like, "Hey, we're going to be filming."
Yep.
from this time to this time on this day.
Exactly. Even if it's like 3 blocks over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, but you do it again. You do
I
it.
would,
Let's go.
yeah, for sure.
Did they have the announcer?
They did, yeah.
So it's very loud.
It was pretty loud, but my neighborhood's pretty cool like that. You know, there's like fucking mariachi bands going off all the time.
hell
so
yeah.
like people are partying.
And I'm
like,
sure you're never complaining.
I'm never complaining, so
Yeah.
it's just like, you know what? It's all good. I'm not going to say anything if you don't say anything. And like,
Yeah.
You don't say anything, I won't say anything.
Yeah, you come over to my house. I didn't come over to your house when you had the mariachi
Right,
band playing
right.
until 4 in the morning.
Right. So yeah, it's just kind of like, you know, the price you pay
Yeah.
for living there.
It's a good time
doubt.
though, man. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope. I'm sure you got a nice little, you know, check as well for,
they
for
have to
letting them
compensate
host
you.
you
They
or
have to.
host them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a production.
Let's
You
work.
get
Let's work.
compensated.
Let's work these angles.
Yeah.
Elliot. Let's work these angles, bro. Another thing that I have to mention because I want to congratulate you as well is you got the new shoe
Oh, yes.
coming out, the new
Yes.
Fallen shoe.
Yes.
It's right behind us. Let's check
That
that
looks
thing out.
sick.
Oh,
That's a
this one's-
good looking
It looks
shoe.
good, huh?
Yeah, it really
Is that
does.
your shoe?
This one's mine. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thanks, man.
dude.
Yeah, this one is so I have another one.
Yeah, right
for
here.
That
No, no,
there's
this is the
one
same color. In the
there's,
box.
There's one in the box. That's
Well, let's get
that
it
one's
out.
been out. Yeah.
I love it, man. Listen,
Yeah.
few and far between these days. It's always colorways.
Yeah.
It's always something else. It's never like the pro. Like this is your shoe.
Dude, I can't believe it. I'm so stoked on Fallen and everyone there and just them backing me. And I mean, it literally just started from me asking if they would just give me shoes and maybe put me on the team. And, you know, and then it was like, do you want a shoe? And I was like,
Yes.
Wait,
You
what?
gotta ask.
sure.
The Fiend.
The Fiend, yeah.
The Fiend.
Yeah. And this is the Fiend too.
Oh, this is
Oh wait,
sick.
wait.
So these are Cupsole.
Yes,
These are Volks.
coming out at the same time.
These are already out.
These are already out. Gotcha.
These have been out. There's like 5 colorways of this one.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful, bro.
But this one,
This is
I
your
think
pro,
I'm way more hyped on. Yeah, that's the helmet,
pro helmet.
too.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that next.
Yep.
The Volk.
But yeah, I think this one's going to be...
Are you-
I haven't actually skated them yet. I've only had these samples that I've been walking around in, and they feel amazing. And
Nice.
I'm a big fan of the no toe stitch.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. And I skate mids on Mega and now Vert just because I think I got used to skating mid. So I wanted to do a mid, but not like a full mid. Like it's kind of mid, but
Yeah.
not like full
Yeah.
mid like that, you know?
It's a quarter mid.
It's a quarter mid.
I like it though. I feel you on the no. I like them both.
Mm-hmm.
I like the toe piece.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the look of that.
I like the look of that.
When I'm looking down and my pants are covering it, I need that thing to look dope.
Yeah.
But I like also that.
Yeah.
You know, I like
These
the
always
no,
blow out on me. I have to crazy glue all my seams
the
Yeah,
stitching.
the stitch.
Right.
because, I mean, when you're just sliding, especially on Mega,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you're just
wow.
Especially for
blowing
you,
through
for
those
sure.
seams.
You need lace savers.
Lace savers.
There you go. Yeah. They both look amazing though. I really like that shoe that you
Yeah.
have. But that one's called what?
I think they're calling it the Fiend 2. Yeah.
Okay. 2.0.
And this was coming
2.0.
out soon.
This should be out in the next couple weeks, next
Sick.
month.
Congrats,
Awesome,
bro.
dude.
Yeah.
Are you a
Yeah.
big vulcanized fan? Like, or that style? I mean, cup sole and vulcanized is different.
Big.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like them both. I find that the cup soles are maybe a little harder to break in, but
Yeah.
once they do, they feel great.
Yeah.
Whereas these, like, kind of just.
Well, the
What's-
grip. I mean, you do like kick flips and stuff like that on the vulcanized. It grips
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
good. And then I think the cup sole's more of a padded,
yeah.
thicker shoe, right?
Like,
Yeah.
what's your go-to though? Like, what have you been skating this whole time?
That
Volk?
one. No, I've been skating. Well, actually, yeah, both. I've been skating this one and.
You go back and forth between Volk and
It's
Cup.
hard.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I'll usually like break a couple in.
Okay.
And that way I'll just kind of like have some to
That's
choose
so
from.
interesting.
But they make another shoe called the Tremont Mid that has like a strap on the top, which at first I was like, I don't really like the strap or whatever. But the strap actually acts as a lace saver. Because like when you're knee sliding, it's only catching the top part of the
Just catching the strap.
it's the strap, and it's
Dope.
not, because otherwise you'd be tearing through laces, and I always crazy glue my laces and stuff. So I go back and forth between that and the Tremont Mid.
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like that is so bizarre to
Yeah.
go back. Usually it's like one or the other.
Yeah.
Or somebody switches from a Volk to a Cup and then that's it. You
Yeah.
know, they'll try them out. And maybe if it doesn't work, they'll go back to the Volk or vice versa. But usually it's one or the other.
Yeah.
You're either Volk or your Cup.
I'll also like microwave my shoes.
I used to
a
do that,
lot,
too.
and just like really break them in, and like I said, I'll have maybe 2 or 3 pairs that are like broken in,
Ready to
and
go.
then I can kind of make them last a little bit longer instead of just like destroying one pair.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
man.
man.
I love
I'm,
it.
I'm still tripping on.
So rad.
Is Chad
shit,
Foreman? He's doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Chad's the
Chad's the
fucking
man. Everyone there, Chad,
Yeah.
Will, Daxter, they've just been great. And
I love
you know,
it.
like I said, it started from me just being like, because they run Skate Light too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
224 Media, they do Skate Light, and so that's how I had that relationship with them. And then
Because you're sponsored by Skate Light too.
yeah,
Right.
and so I was just like, hey, you think I can get some shoes maybe?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Then
Look what that
we were just waiting
Yeah.
for you to ask.
look what that turned
got
into.
you.
And they were like,
So they were sending you wood before, and they started sending you shoes.
yeah, well, I would get Skate Light from Skate Light, and I think they just kind of manage like their social and
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
So they literally send wood to your house.
The last time they did it, there's been, sometimes they'll like a freaking like semi truck will just show up outside and they'll just drop it in my driveway, and they're like, good luck. Like, and it's
Figure it
like,
out.
shit. But the last, what we just did was they shipped it to 224's office, and then Brent Crommuler.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Crommuler. Yeah.
Brent and the Ramp
seen him
Carnies.
for
Oh,
days.
Brent's the man.
Brent is
Yeah,
the
he
man.
is,
He's built
definitely.
everything
Yeah.
at the house.
He
and
was
he's-
building girls stuff
yeah,
for a
for
while.
a while.
Yeah.
He's a fucking wizard.
Love that guy.
It's been so cool to watch him build stuff, and just, those guys.
I went on a tour with him when I was 19, and we went to like all our DC tour all around the country.
Yeah.
And he would set up the same course put it up and put it down every
Sick.
single. I'm like, that is so much work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those
Good.
guys work, man.
Yeah.
They work so fast too. It's
Yeah.
crazy, and like just very detailed and thorough. But yeah, so they sent him to 224's office, and then Brent would just go pick up like a couple sheets at a time, and because it's only like 10 minutes from my house, so
Nice.
instead of like dumping them all in the driveway and like.
Because it's a big sheet. You can't carry one of those sheets by yourself, right?
No.
Yeah,
No,
you need a couple
they're
people.
really
They're
heavy.
massive.
Yeah, and
Right.
you can imagine a pallet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We've done it before. Though, like I said, they dropped it off one time, and then I was like, had to have a couple friends come over and move it from the driveway to further back into the driveway.
Listen, they
just
come
to get 'em out
skate.
of
They
the
come
way.
skate your ramp all the time. It's
Yeah,
time to.
yeah,
It's time to work now.
No doubt.
It's time to pay your dues.
Guys,
guys,
I need some
come
help.
on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Move the skate light. But it's amazing though. I love the. I if I was a cup sole guy, I would
You're a
skate this
Volt
shoe.
guy?
I'm a Volt guy.
Yeah.
But I would skate this shoe. It's a very nice looking.
Yeah.
What do they call it? The silhouette or whatever. It's very nice. I
Yeah.
like it.
And
And
it's
even
just-
the mid top,
Yeah.
quarter mid, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
I just, again, just tripping out on, for one, having my own shoe, but, being on a brand like Fallen.
Bro, you
like,
deserve
these
it,
are
bro.
like-
You
Things that-
deserve
that
it, though,
fell into
man.
place,
for,
bro.
for real,
Thank you,
dude.
guys.
You're out there doing gnarly
Yeah.
shit. You're putting your body on the line. You're
Definitely put my body.
you're a
on
hard
it.
worker. How many medals do you got now? 7, 8?
15.
If I was way off.
15, yeah.
Double.
15 medals.
15 X Games medals, 6 gold,
6 gold.
and
Get
a
'em.
couple Do Tour ones, and
You got some
That's
silvers
awesome.
and a couple
Congrats.
bronze, right?
Yeah.
What do you do with the silvers and bronze? You kind of just put those in the. those are in the
Throw 'em in the
garage.
trash.
Those are in the
Yeah.
garage in
Yeah.
storage.
That would still go in my case.
Yeah.
You know,
Hell
it's
yeah,
fun.
I put all that shit in
I
the case.
tell them
Here's
every
my
year,
bronze.
Yeah, bronze too, all day.
I tell them that, like, you guys should make rings, because it's like the medals are cool,
Super Bowl
but like you
rings.
just fucking hang them up, and it's like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wear that out. But
Yeah.
imagine if they made like a.
I mean, you
X
could
Games
wear it out.
ring. It's
That
like,
would
dude,
be
you're just
amazing
like,
too.
You could wear it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Go to
Wanted.
Starbucks, just get a coffee, get your X
Just
Games
got
gold
your
medal.
shit
Grocery
Wear a
shopping.
couple of them.
Yeah. Get a
We're
watch.
all of them. Yeah. Wait,
But the ring would be
The
dope.
ring would be dope. Like, you
Yeah.
could actually wear it out and be like,
that would be tight.
Dude. And you could display a ring pretty nicely as well.
Well, a lot more.
See that right there?
for
Let's
sure.
shoot.
2014 X Games champion.
Boom.
See?
What about
idea.
the Olympics? Was that ever a talk for you or thought for you?
definitely a thought, but I mean, yeah, it's definitely a bummer that Vert wasn't a part of it.
Oh, yeah.
There's talk of it maybe being in. That's 2024. I
To
don't know,
28?
28.
It's supposed to be here.
In 28?
Yeah, it's supposed to be in
Why
LA.
wouldn't that be something? But
Yeah.
man, I'll be 40.
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares? But man, there's all these kids coming up right now.
Yeah,
They're
but
just
they
like,
no. It's all
We got
good.
this.
It's motivation.
God,
He's like, nah,
It's
nah, nah.
motivation.
We're gonna be wearing that. We're gonna be wearing that medal into Starbucks
Yes.
in no time,
Yeah.
dude.
But skating pool, like skating the park series, that's like a whole different thing.
It's a
for you,
whole
huh?
different thing,
Yeah.
and like you even saw Shaun White make an
Yeah.
attempt at it, and
Didn't work out.
it's like, man, I don't think he knew what he was up against with some of those
The younger
It's
kids.
like, man, these guys. It's all
Keegan
skate.
Palmer.
It's
It's
like,
like-
it's like, dude.
Like you said, you're going into somebody else's thing.
yeah,
How are you going to compete with somebody else's?
And he's multi-talented. Don't get
yeah.
it twisted. But like, he ain't really. You got to put your game
Yeah,
into
yeah,
this shit.
yeah.
Like, you
It's
can't just be
definitely-
half-assing and doing snowboarding and this
Yeah.
and thinking like you could just do
Well,
this shit.
also, I mean, as a street skater, I would look at like vert and like just looking from afar, being like, oh yeah, pool skating or like the park skating and the vert skating looks similar, but it's not.
No,
It's not.
It's completely not. And I didn't realize that until I started watching these contests. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's a whole different.
And you also can't skate parks like a half pipe. Like they'll definitely.
Yeah. Oh
not
yeah,
be
yeah.
Psyched if you're just
Yeah.
kind of like it's
Right.
all about a line and
It was
gotta-
funny. I heard someone say that when someone's skating the Olympics, like, yeah,
he's just half piping it.
yeah, it's just like
yeah.
it's a vert skater right there. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I couldn't tell the difference at that point, but then now I
Yeah.
can.
he said he's
Yeah.
half-piping it.
It's true, though. It's
Yeah.
true.
Who are some of your favorite skaters coming up, or even to this day?
Man, let's see. I grew up skating with Tom Boyle.
Oh,
Nice.
Wow.
Who's like
OG.
OG
Hell yeah.
East Coast legend, and he was a really good friend of mine.
Rock.
And The Rock, and really sad and unfortunate that he's not here with us
Mm.
still. But man, Tony Hawk, Danny Way. Tony Hawk, Danny Way are probably my two biggest influences. Like Tony Hawk's kind of what initially kind of got me going, and then when the DC video came out, I'll never forget. I was in this skate shop in New Jersey, and they're like, "Yo, we just got the DC video," and I'm like, sitting there, I'm just like, like, what the fuck did I just see?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the first half was insane,
Right.
and then you have another video part in it, double feature,
Yeah.
and then that was just like, because
that was all his mega stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the first time the Mega had been seen in a video.
Well, they did this thing before called King of Skate, which was like this one-off thing, and I think it was like 5 or 6 guys. It was
Presented
like,
by OP.
is that what it was? It was like Steve. I think it was like Mike V, Bob, Danny, Tony. I want to say Barra.
Wow.
Costin.
Mm-hmm.
And they built, like these just kind of one-off things, and then Danny built the Mega out of Point X, but they didn't really show too much of it. I think he just did like the world record gap, and then that was it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was like, okay, that was cool. But then the DC video came out, and I'm a metalhead too, so like just perfect, just
yeah.
with the Metallica song playing, and
Yeah.
dude, that was it. I watched that and I was like, I don't know what that was, but I want to do that.
Yeah.
And then
I think a lot of us said the same thing. Like I want to, but a lot of us didn't go that route.
Yeah.
Because it's impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
Danny Way's flying through the air, hitting the rainbow rail. Like it's
So
crazy.
sick.
No joke.
It's crazy.
So sick.
joke.
Just
We had never
edited
seen
so
that
well.
before.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think in Danny Way, when he was here, he was telling kind of the evolution of how
Yeah.
kind of that came to be.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah.
So that got you.
That got me. And then I found out that Bob had one. I think it was like the 2001 or 2. I think like the first time they did Mega at an X Games, they were like, okay, we need to keep doing this. Where can we set one of these up? And they worked out a deal with Bob where they brought that ramp to his house.
Do you know the undertaking
Yeah.
to get that thing down,
it's massive.
break it down, and then rebuild it somewhere?
Level it up perfectly so it can be used properly.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, that ramp's been there for 20 years.
Crazy.
Something maybe longer.
Wow. So you grew up skating vert, but then how
Yeah.
do you transition into like skating a Mega ramp, dude?
Right.
Yeah,
How
so
does that first drop in?
Yeah.
I got to go over that
well,
and then go up that.
it was like dropping in on vert all over again. It took me a couple months to like
Get comfortable.
commit.
And
to,
were you
like,
doing
going-
it with the mega?
Yeah, so when I first moved out here, we would go skate Bob's all the time before it was concrete.
You're standing up on a hill.
Yeah.
Oh, because he
thing
has
is
that crazy
gnarly.
vert ramp in the
Yeah,
back,
he had the
right?
crazy vert ramp with the like the clamshell thing, which it's all concrete now, but it used to be all skate light.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'd skate there all the time, had some of the funnest sessions, and after the session I would go over there and I would just kind of like look at this thing like, fuck, this is so much gnarlier than I thought. Like you're standing up there and it's like you're standing up there and the quarter pipe is so far away. The jump is so far away. And yeah, I mean, the only good thing is like compared to mine, like when you drop in on Bob's, you have some time, like, cause it's, it's like pretty mellow. So you're dropping in, you're like, even though it's super fast and everything, versus mine where it's like this and there's
steep.
short flat.
Quick.
So it's like you have to commit.
What are you saying? You could jump out of Bob's? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also not good to do that because I feel like once you do that, you get in like a rhythm of like, oh, I can jump off, and it's like,
Right.
no, don't do that,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
then it's hard to not do that.
Yeah, you don't want to bail.
Yeah.
You're going to get in the habit of bailing.
Yeah.
Totally. You want to get comfortable
Yeah.
Damn.
making it over.
But yeah, so after the sessions, I would just go over there and look at it, and I would skate the landing to the quarter pipe and kind of feel it out, and I don't know, it took me a few months to get the courage to go for it.
What happened on the first try?
I made it over.
Did you land it or just bail?
No, I just bailed.
Yeah.
I think that's like all you kind of want to do.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to make sure you
Yeah,
get over
you
that
just want to
thing.
make sure
Try.
you get over, and then like, okay, the second one, like, okay, you're starting to feel it out, and Bob's setup is cool because that manual pad, it's not the full gap, so you can kind of like get the feel of like going up to that,
Going on.
and then go to the jump. But man, that was like just opened a whole new door of things for me. Once I felt that, I was like, fuck, man, vert skating already feels like you're flying, but this is like a whole new level
you're
of
really up
flying
there.
and
For
like
real.
floating and just like, and that was it. I was like hooked. I was like, this is the funnest shit I've ever done, dude.
So rad.
You know?
I'm going to build one in my backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And yeah, we had a lot of good sessions,
can
years and
imagine.
years of sessions out there. And
And you're skating with one of the best, Bob Burnquist.
Dude,
Come on now.
Yeah, there was I think there was one time I ever got to skate with Bob and Danny at the same time, and I have a photo. I was like, I'm sorry guys, can we take
Yeah.
I gotta get a selfie.
That's so sick,
I know,
dude.
like, this is so cool.
That's legendary.
Little
right there.
me would be shitting his pants right now.
For real.
But yeah, years and years of great sessions there. And, you know, it's funny. I had a conversation with Bob like a year or two ago. And just because I kind of realized, like, dealing with all this shit and people coming to skate at my house, I was like, man, this is what I've been doing to Bob all these years.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, I got to tell you, dude, like, first of all, sorry. And thank you for letting me come here all these years and bugging you to bring a filmer, or can this guy come skate, or staying too long and all this. And he's like, dude, I really appreciate that.
He's like, I finally got the apology and the thank you that I've always wanted.
Yeah. But,
No, but you know how it feels now.
Yeah.
You're in his shoes.
understanding,
For sure.
You know, and I love that you can, because there's only a few of you that know that feeling
Yeah.
of having people coming to your house
Yeah.
and doing the things that you did to Bob.
And I don't want to feel like, or make it sound like I'm, spoiled or whatever. It's like, but it is what you deal with when you have a
Totally.
setup at your house, and it's like,
yeah.
man.
And I don't think you should feel bad. I mean, dude, this is your career.
Yeah.
You've built this thing for your career. You've had help building it, and it just happens to be on the place where you lay your head down at night and go to bed and unwind and decompress. And
Yeah.
that's a big burden.
Yeah.
You know, to have
For
people
sure.
just constantly wanting to come over.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not everybody. It's a little handful of people that can skate this
It comes
shit.
in waves, like, sometimes everyone wants to come and then it's quiet. And then everyone wants to come and then, a couple people want to come, and so
I think it's pretty rad that you have your own place to film a video part.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly amazing.
I can't wait to get back on that. That's like honestly my favorite part of skateboarding is like so I was working on a video part last year, and I had some pretty good stuff, and then, the whole switch came about to Monster, and I was like, what am I going to do with these clips, dude? What am I going to do with these clips? So
Well, you can put them out. It's
I
just-
think I posted like 5 of them on Instagram, and then I actually had to pay this dude to go through like 8 or 9 clips frame by frame and
Paint it out.
No
paint it
way.
out. Because I was like, dude, there's no way I'm doing some of these tricks again. That was way too gnarly.
But what's the point of why not just put that footage in? People switch board companies all the time. They switch shoe companies all the time, and they still have their video parts with their shoes, with their old shit.
I kind of just talked to Monster. I was like, hey, are you cool? And they're like, well, you can use some clips if you clean them up and there's no logos there. Like we're investing into you, and
for
like
sure.
we don't want. And I was like, yeah,
I get it.
If it's a monster
I get it.
video, I could understand that.
yeah,
There you go.
But even if it's not, it's just like
Well, he's representing them now.
they're
Yeah.
protecting themselves.
on a fucking big scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if the video you're going to have was a monster video,
Oh.
I would be like, yeah, they probably wouldn't want that.
Oh no,
in
they
there.
want all monster shit.
Yeah, yeah.
New shit.
Yeah.
New shit.
Yeah.
No, but I'm really psyched that I got to save some of those clips because, man, like a couple of them took 2 weeks, just losing my mind.
And this is for
Just
a
the
video part.
Instagram.
Yeah,
No, video part.
video
right?
part.
yeah.
Yeah, and I have like 6 photos shot with Burnett. It's supposed to be like a thing for Thrasher too.
Sick.
Which now that I'm thinking about that, photos are a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for days.
Hey,
You can paint a monster.
You send that to me. I'll Photoshop that shit out real quick.
Chris will put himself in the corner,
I'll
too.
put myself 100%. I will Photoshop myself in the corner, and I'll put a 9 Club logo on your hand.
Wait, I don't remember that thing.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
funny.
so I was able to save some of that, and now I've kind of just been on hold still because I'm still waiting for all the new logos to go up before I can start filming again. But
Nice.
When are those coming in?
it's supposed to be last week. Now it's this week. Now it's maybe. It's
probably a big undertaking.
No, it's for sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to get up there, and these stickers are massive, and it, sometimes you peel them. It happened to me one time when I just thought I could
You ripped
put
it.
this sticker on myself, and I peeled it, and the wind caught it, and just like wrapped. And I'm like, there goes that's a $500 sticker.
You know when you're trying to duct tape something and you rip it off and it folds over
Yeah,
on it.
it's
You
done.
got to rip that
Oh,
duct
yeah,
tape off.
it's done.
It's the
That
worst.
thing is tough to break out of that.
yeah, so hopefully, maybe next week I can get back to filming.
Who's
Yeah, dude.
I tripped out watching the filming on your video parts, man. For
The drone footage.
It's a drone footage, but also I've seen skaters going with you. Like, is it Chris Gregson that's rolling with you? Because that is gnarly.
Yeah,
It
Chris
seems
Gregson, and I have another buddy, Cyrus, that does follow footage. And the drone footage is, my brother-in-law got really good at flying those FPV drones.
Wow.
And I was stoked I put that out when I did, because I feel like I've seen a lot of
After the fact.
I've seen a lot of people using that shit now, and it's like, okay.
I did that first.
No, it's definitely cool. I love to see skating in like a new perspective.
Yeah.
I think as skaters, we're so used to seeing the typical angle on a rail, the typical, angle on a ledge, a typical angle on a vert ramp. Like it's all, there's only so many ways you could film something, right? So I love to see the new perspectives and stuff like that. I think it's awesome. I love overhead shit. I love drone stuff. Like, listen, not too much of it, right? Let's tasteful.
How about a little VR?
Yeah.
VR, I'd love to get in there with Elliot and like watch him go
Fly
right
over
over
that
me, That's the next thing, dude. Some VR stuff.
VR?
Yeah.
I heard there's a new PSVR coming out.
PSVR?
PS PlayStation?
PlayStation?
It's
Oh,
like,
shit.
I don't know.
Wow.
Well, you could
Random
do, I
saw
mean, you could
some-
even do 360 stuff even on YouTube. Where you could even, I think you could put the goggles on.
Yes.
If you put the camera down, I could look around.
I saw
There's options.
a video game coming out for VR that if you're playing baseball, you wanted to hit, you could literally play, like this is like for like actual baseball players, you can actually bat against a pitcher and practice.
It'd be dangerous to do right here.
Yeah, right here for sure. All this would be gone. Yeah.
You
Kelly's
want
here,
nice
just here.
open space.
But like,
Where's the pinata?
it's amazing you could do that to actually help yourself get better at something, right? Not just like some cool video game where you're like fighting people or you know what I mean? Like it's it's kind of
It's
cool.
still kind of bizarre though too, because you're in a VR world. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't really position yourself and be like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to be standing. It's very free will. You know what I mean? It's not precise, so to say. But maybe.
Oh no, for sure. It's just like I've never put one of those things on yet.
I haven't yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No. Have you guys?
Elliot, have you done it?
Yeah.
You don't seem to.
It's hard to, like, I'm really into video games, but
Yeah, me too.
I find that it's hard to play that for a while. Like, I don't want to be with this thing
In
on
that
my,
world,
for that long. Maybe like 30, 40 minutes. All right, take a break. Like,
Totally
I
agree.
agree.
Totally
but
agree.
I've seen some footage of some of the new shit coming out that looks pretty bonkers.
Roger and I went to the YouTube studios. It's right over here. We got invited to go there, and we did some. They wanted to show us all the new stuff. They have the VR stuff, and we were literally put the glasses on. First, we did some like little shooter thing, did the big aliens coming up, gnarly, right? Then they had us go, and we're just in an empty room, but they had us go up this elevator on the top of a building, and then there was a little wooden plank that went out with a little pigeon on the end of the building.
Wait, what?
Dude, I know I'm in a room. Just like that. I know I'm in a room.
Okay.
I could not
Walk
get
the plank?
myself to step out over the edge onto the wooden plank.
It was hilarious to watch.
Wait,
I couldn't.
is this a trick? Was it like a VR thing?
It's just in the goggles.
Oh, you're in the goggles.
And your
okay.
story's up.
Yeah. And I'm looking
got
down
it.
at traffic, and it's this huge skyscraper, and I'm like,
Nope.
I couldn't take a step out there. It
Whoa.
was so real to my
Wow.
senses. Roger just went out there and started dancing on the end of the fucking pole and jumped off.
I jumped off.
I was like, God damn.
Wait. So if you end up jumping off it, you're in the
You're
VR.
falling.
You're
You're
falling.
falling.
In the,
VR.
but you're just standing on the ground.
Yeah, I know.
You're not really
that's-
falling, but
That's
it's
sketchy
simulated.
though.
Yeah.
That's sketchy.
Roger
was
had
trippy.
he had no problem with it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was in a dark place.
Yeah.
Wow. Made it easier.
It was, that was how long ago was that, Raj? 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, so imagine.
So
that's
Oh,
probably.
It's gnarly now.
They need to make the new skate game VR. Could you
How would that
imagine?
even work?
That'd be insane.
I don't know. 'Cause I know
Yeah, because
Tony's
if you're
trying to
making like
do-
movements trying to skate
Yeah.
and shit, like,
Yeah.
Well, I know they have the ones. Have you seen the VR stuff where it's like you're inside a round thing
Yeah,
and
and
the
it's
ground
like
moves
moves,
around,
yeah.
so you could
Oh,
actually
wow.
run and then shoot and stuff.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's incredible. And you could probably put a skateboard on there, something like that.
So it doesn't
Wow.
feel
Chris
weird when
Denton
you're
did that?
running?
I haven't tried it. but you're in this like just round thing with and the ground just is, maybe it's like a ball.
You need to be like a gyroscope.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like in the next 5 years, that whole thing is going to be pretty insane.
I don't even know
there's
where we're
like
going.
Those whole rigs where people are moving around and
Everyone's just staying in their house, fucking
Yeah.
VRing. Like no one's outside.
Dubs, can I come over? All right, I'll be there in a second. Put your goggles on.
Pretty much.
We're gonna
man.
watch fucking Desperate Housewives. You good? Like, I'll bring the popcorn, but you got to make the popcorn at your house. But we'll pretend.
It's not
I'll
VR
pretend I
popcorn.
bring it.
VR popcorn, VR butter.
Yeah, man. It's such a crazy world we live in, dude. But so you want to film video part?
Yeah.
That's on the horizon.
Yeah.
Anything like for Monster, just for solo, maybe put on Thrasher.
I think it kind of started last year with the shoe. They're like, "Oh, your shoe's coming out. Do you want to film something?" And I was like, "Okay." So I started filming something. And I'm like, well, this is just turning into like a video part. Perfect. I'm not going to rush this, like, let me just take my time. And so, I think ultimately it's just for...
It'd be great timing.
Yeah.
With the shoe.
For sure.
How long does it take you to film like a video part?
So I filmed 2 video parts before, and then the Mega Park one wasn't really like a video part. I kind of just wanted to get it out into the world, whatever. But the first 2 took, I don't know, almost 2 years.
The first one was the one with the song with Cab.
Yes.
It was almost like a music video.
Yeah.
It was kind of dope.
That was
Actually.
Thank
awesome,
you.
yeah.
I know a lot of people were like kind of hating on it, but
I don't.
like,
But it was dope.
Just,
like Cab.
talking shit on the music, and it's like,
Well, dude, if it wasn't you doing the music, then it would be crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if it was somebody else doing the music and then it was like you skating, I'd be like, but you in the music video.
Yeah.
Or in.
Well, you wrote the song,
I wrote
right?
the song.
Yeah. And Cab
played bass.
Yeah.
And my buddy Jordan Mancino played drums. Incredible drummer. And then the same thing for the second video part. I wrote this song and got one of my favorite metal singers ever to sing on this song.
Amazing.
And I was
Wow.
like,
Man, that's dope.
but same thing. I just read all the comments in Thrasher, like, "Oh, dude, I had to turn the volume off to listen to this."
you got to
And it's
understand
like,
though. You
I
at the
know.
same time, like metal is not everybody's cup of tea.
I know, and I knew that was going to be the case, but ultimately I was like,
But
I'm
you
just so
like
It's
it.
for
stoked
you.
on
It's for
this,
you.
like,
It wasn't for them.
Like
Yeah.
you want to look back on your career and look at the shit that you did and be stoked on it
Yeah.
and be proud of what you did.
Right.
You're not even going to be worried about the comments.
Yeah.
20 years from now, showing your kids.
For sure.
They may be like, Dad, well, I don't know what kind of music this is, but you know what I mean, though. It's like
For
that.
sure.
You're into it.
Yeah.
But it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for sure. But I looked at that video when I was watching it. I'm like, it's kind of dope. It's kind
Yeah.
of like this music video
Yeah.
that the Cab's in.
Yeah.
I mean, Cab is like, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
So
Wait, so Cab was in it and then you wrote the songs for yourself?
No. I
Oh.
wrote the song, and I saw him, and I was like, oh yeah, we were talking. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to go record this thing, like for my video part, and he's like, well, who's playing bass? And I was like,
you are.
you. And he's like, oh, I'm down. And I'm like, even better.
Wow,
Sick.
yeah.
I
So then
love
like
Cab.
Cab was just like down to do it. I'm like, oh my God, this just
So
got
rad.
so much cooler.
He's the
Like, Cab-
best,
yeah.
bro.
That's just
Yeah.
solid, dude.
It's been pretty cool to like get to know him, and because he moved down, because he used to live in like SF
Was he in
and-
San Jose or SF?
or maybe San Jose.
Yeah.
And so he moved down to San Diego like 7 years ago.
Damn, I
8
didn't
years
know that
So
either.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we've gone on a lot of motorcycle rides together and
Yeah.
skate and talk music and that
So
stuff.
rad.
That's
So-
awesome.
I mean, at the same time, like, you could explore other music for this
Yeah,
video
yeah.
part too.
That's
It's like
kinda
you've
what-
had 2 metal
One-
songs. Like maybe switch
Yeah.
it up. Like maybe go for something that appeals to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know.
For the Mega Park one, that's kind of what, because I like a lot of different music. I don't
Mm-hmm.
just like metal, and so I was like, all right, this one's a little bit more well-rounded, a little bit mellower,
Right.
and but that video part was me just being like, all right, this thing's finally done. I want to get this out here, because it was so annoying for a couple years. Like, people would come over and I'd be like, please don't film anything over here. Don't take photos. Like, I really tried to keep it under wraps so that when it first,
There's
people
a
saw it, it was
shock
like,
value.
whoa, what the
Yeah,
fuck is
you want
that?
the
'Cause I'm
big
like,
impact.
I was so stoked Thrasher posted it, and like that was pretty much like the first clip or post, and I was like, all right, let's go. But I definitely felt like, I actually just watched it the other day, and I was like, oh man, I could do way better now.
Oh,
but I just wanted to be like, all right, I'm tired of like trying to keep this thing under wraps. Like I filmed this, like here it is.
And that was kind of the introduction to this whole thing. And you have a YouTube channel too, which is awesome.
Yeah, I feel bad about kind of dropping the ball on that because 2020 I was like going pretty hard on, and I was starting to gain some traction. It was really cool, and then last year I was working on the video part, and I was just like, whoa, I can't do both, man. I'm trying this one trick for like a couple days, and
YouTube's a full-time job.
It's a full-time thing. Yeah,
social media in itself is a full-time job.
Yeah,
but the thing that I love about YouTube, and I think if you're doing your own channel, like it's very personal.
Yeah,
it's very personal, and you could build a community
totally
on YouTube. I think it's difficult to build a community on other kind of social platforms.
Yeah, I'd love to get back into it, and it's like I'm kind of torn because it's like the video parts, they take so long, and it's like, is there a different approach? But I don't know.
Maybe it'll come to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to like do a certain thing. You don't have to like adhere to like what YouTube people do. You could just do your own thing. Like even if it's like a vlog style, or even like if the homies are over skating.
That's kind of what I was doing. I had a couple different playlists of like, I was calling it like Sloan Yard Sessions was one of the things, and it was just like everyone. And then another playlist would be like me trying to learn a new trick, and those did pretty well.
The process, for sure.
Was somebody else filming you, or
for some of them I was just filming myself and trying to talk in front of the camera, which was like I was trying to get better at, but like, oh man, I'm trying this trick off. It's really hard. I don't know what to say. I'm trying it again.
That's tough, dude. It really that aspect of like filming yourself and really explaining like what you're doing or whatever. It gets, if you're not comfortable, it's gonna come off like a little weird.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's all about practice.
It takes
for
time,
sure. And especially with YouTube, like the consistency, like some people are like, oh dude, you got to post every day. And it's like,
no, you
I
don't.
can't. Like maybe like once, that's what I was going for, was like once a week.
That's
and
good.
I did that for 4 or 5, maybe 6 months.
You should set up a live stream of your backyard.
I did that actually one time. I did a live stream and it went really well. And I bought like this whole live stream switching kit.
Sick.
And we were switching angles, and I had Gregson following me. But there's like a wireless receiver thing, and so it was pretty cool. But like I said,
it's a production.
I kind of took a break to start filming this video part, and I don't know. It's like I want to do another video part. Like some of the clips that I have are like, I'm pretty stoked on them. I'm pretty sure they're definitely MVDs. Some of them.
Love that.
I don't know. Maybe there's a way to do both and just kind of manage that time
Or you just focus on your video part, and then when the video part drops, just start putting out YouTube videos again. You know what I mean? Like try to plan it out like accordingly. But
that
I don't
could
think
be another year though.
But maybe put out stuff sporadically so the channel's not just dead for a year.
I did actually just put a video out before X Games, just with like everything that was going on, all the sessions, all the resheeting. I tried to kind of do a little something.
All that helps for sure.
But I feel like if they're not consistent, then like your YouTube community is like, well, dude,
they don't know.
It's a little.
You got a video every.
It's a little bit of both, though. It's like if you are putting out amazing, good stuff, it's like, I mean, look at like some people like a Mr. Beast, completely different level. The guy's insane. But, he works on videos for 3 months, 4 months. He doesn't post on his channel,
Really? Okay.
But again, he has other channels too that kind of help with that. So, but I don't think you need to post every week, maybe every other week.
Okay.
I mean, if you're filming a video part, work on that.
Yeah.
Can you like have
do whatever makes you happy?
The process of
That's
filming
what it
the
comes
video
down to.
part?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's like you're filming 2 different things at the same time, but you could just use that footage of, I don't know, describing things while you're.
Yeah, because it's like you don't want to show too much. You don't want to show the attempts.
Yeah.
You can control what they show.
You can like show yourself explaining it as you're watching the
There's
computer.
a lot of ways
I wish
to
I could
do
show you what I'm
stuff.
watching.
Yeah.
Or maybe all that footage comes out after your part drops and you tell the story of your part.
Yeah. Or each individual clip.
Oh, yeah, there you
like,
go.
Man, this one was a battle. Or
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Sometimes you got to get creative.
Yeah.
You know, but keep doing it.
Yeah.
I think you could definitely, like you said, it was going well for a while.
For sure. I mean, another big holdup again was just the rebranding, and it's still not
Done.
up. So hopefully next week it's.
God, who would have
Ready
thought?
Wait, how
go.
long has it been? How long has the rebranding thing been taking?
They started resheeting it like in May, I think. So they took all the sheets down, put all the new ones up, and then put Monster up. And then they had some X Games stickers, and they took those off. So now it's just Monster, but Skatelight's still on there. Birdhouse has to go back on, 888 and Hurley.
Okay.
And 9 Club.
And 9 Club.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah.
Dude, we'll give you some. We have stickers here. We'll give you some stickers.
Like I
They're this
told you,
big though.
Yeah, I have a huge sticker collection.
Okay.
I have stickers from when I first started skating.
I love it.
It'd be sick to have just one little 9 Club sticker on there.
Yeah.
Like right in the
Kelly,
corner.
nobody's
do
gonna
it.
see that.
Exactly.
Dude.
But like
Some
No,
custom
they will.
ones, bro.
yeah. Or you
How
put
many- he said some of these stickers are $500.
Well,
They can be like when they're
That's what we want. The
big,
biggest
and,
one.
like good quality that like
Sometimes,
lasts
yeah.
outside in the sun because they get after if you use shitty ones after a while they get like
No.
burned.
We don't. We
They
want
get-
the best.
or we can give them
And
like give them 100 stickers and you can put them all up.
No.
Yeah, there you go. Then we
I've
have
got the
visibility.
I've got the perfect layout. Right, middle of the ramp, huge 9
Huge,
Club,
yeah.
and then like Birdhouse, 888, Hurley, Monster. But we want the big
wants front
right
and center.
The big one.
You go up to do that air, and all you see is this 9 Club, dude.
Well, when you guys come down,
we'll bring it.
We'll put it up.
Okay.
We'll do a
That'll
show
be the
there.
day.
We'll get
If
the
we-
ladder.
if
We'll
we-
get the ladder.
That'll be the day.
Yeah, we'll get the.
We'll take
Put up
measurements.
that little sticker.
Yeah, we'll get the
Yeah,
ladder
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Kelly
yeah.
could go put the sticker up.
I'll do it.
Yeah, the one for the main mega rolling is so fucking sketchy because
I can imagine.
you have to lay the ladder down, screw a 2x4 in, then get another ladder, lay this one up there, and you're like all the way up there, and just it's a pretty far drop on each side, and the wind's blowing, and you're just like,
What?
No, we'll do the sticker challenge. We'll do the sticker challenge where you run up that thing as far
Oh,
as you
yeah.
can.
Who gets the highest
Sticker,
sticker?
and then, you know what I mean?
I'm down.
We're gonna come up
Dude.
with so much content.
We should do that. That'd be fun. We're gonna go to Elliot Sloan's house, and we're gonna do the
Sticker
we're
challenge.
gonna do the sticker challenge.
Yes.
Usually people skate, but we're gonna run.
We're going to run. We
Yeah.
can try to skate.
And then you got the helmets and stuff, dude.
yeah, this one is
Hell yeah.
pretty cool design. Same guy that did my first board, and he's done a
It's
bunch.
got like
did-
fabric in here,
That
bro.
Yeah.
is comfortable right there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
What company is that?
Triple eight.
888. Yeah, and we actually donate a portion of the proceeds to Grind for Life.
I love that.
Oh,
yeah,
rad.
which is
Oh, you can take that out.
Yeah, you can wash it.
you can wash them, and they sell replacement liners for those. And
This is actually the best lining I've ever seen in a helmet.
Yeah.
to
I
be
can
honest.
definitely
that
vouch
one's good. That one's actually.
What?
There's another one actually. I don't know if I even should have brought that.
You should have brought
Because
this one.
they don't make that one in the soft padding. They make so my signature helmet comes in the certified sweat saver, which is like, the certified foam, like the hard stuff.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So what is this?
This is just like your regular. I think they call it regular certified sweat saver, or not? No, sorry, regular sweat saver, not certified. The
I'm
certified
lost.
ones are like those hard
Yeah.
bike helmets.
Yeah.
Which they're great too. I guess.
But I feel like this has hardness to it too. It's like soft,
They're
but then
harder
it's
than
hard. It's harder than this.
yeah.
So you skate the other one?
I skate this one.
Oh.
I was skating the certified one on like the full mega contest. Wow. You look great.
wow, you look
Look
great.
That
at
dude.
looks
that.
great.
That's a great look for you, dude.
wow.
You look safe.
You look-
You look
You look safe.
safety first.
That's it, dude. I'm telling you. You got to be careful,
Safety at all costs.
yeah.
Kelly.
Yeah.
We're putting you in a helmet
putting you
next.
next.
Okay.
Okay, dude. As long as it looks as cool as you.
I can't hear anything.
That's
It's good though. I'm not gonna lie.
You're all
It's a nice
strapped
helmet.
in. I like
Comfy,
that.
huh?
bro.
Stra-
Good for the car ride home.
We're going home safe.
Yeah. I'm a fan of the. I know it's not the protocol, but I'm a fan of the unstrapped.
Undangly?
It looks cooler.
Dangly, yeah,
It looks cooler. It's not going to keep it
Yeah.
on if you know, but it's more, it's not
I
the.
remember
After
seeing
you're done with your run, you could definitely do that.
I don't know. You see this dude skating at Powell skate zone with the things
They did do
dangling.
that. They did.
I remember
Anyway.
seeing kids at the skate park in New York. They would loosen it and they would strap it.
Clip it in
Oh
the back,
yeah,
Oh,
I would do that
different
all the
way.
time back home.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
don't see that.
That was a
anymore,
cooler way.
yeah. Then you have to deal with it flapping in your face.
Yeah.
So you just have that behind there.
Yeah.
It's dope.
You're chilling.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Elliot.
It had to
Yeah.
be snug on
Yeah.
top
Yes.
though.
Couldn't be
So
loose.
Is this your little logo here?
Which one?
The skull guy.
It's just one graphic that this guy's done some really cool. He did the shoebox art. He's done some really cool graphics for me. And just I don't know if you know who Pusshead is.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite artists. And
Dope.
So
I
rad.
found this guy and I was like, man, this guy's stuff looks like Pusshead.
It's a popular
And
guy. That
yeah,
Pusshead is.
just an amazing artist.
Sick.
Um,
Hurley, you got some good sponsors, man.
yeah, dude,
You're
you're
doing it.
feel so fortunate to be in this position. Like I said, every year I've been like, fuck, dude. How long can I? All right, another year. Like
We're good.
let's keep
As long
it
as you
going.
keep skating the way you're
Yeah.
skating, I think you'll be
Yeah,
all right,
man.
dude.
That's a big part of it. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
You can
And,
you could be 50 if you're skating at your level.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think you'll
dude.
be fine.
Yeah,
sure.
definitely been training a lot more lately and trying to just, longevity is kind of the goal here. I want to
Man,
try
I'm
and I
telling
want to
you.
do this forever,
Yeah.
at least until I'm, I don't know,
And as we're
50
seeing,
or
as
yeah,
we're seeing,
50,
every
60.
skater is like not every, but a lot of skaters are working out and really making sure
Yeah.
that their bodies are,
Yeah.
maintained
You have to.
along the course of riding their skateboards. you know?
Yeah.
Do you find that it's easier on the body to skate transition more than skating street?
Well, I can't really say because I'm not hucking myself down like
Yeah.
giant stair sets, but
Yeah.
I will say that the mega setup at my house takes way more of a toll on my body than vert.
Okay.
I can skate vert 5 days in a row and I'll be sore, take a day or two off. Mega, because there's so many stairs, it's like you're hiking a freaking mountain
Yeah.
while you're skating.
Yeah.
And then you're taking the impact of falling or whatever. But I've tracked some of my steps, whatever, during
Yeah.
the sessions, and it's like pretty insane. It's like a couple miles.
Dude, that's
Like-
and you're going upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're walking and you're skating
Yeah.
or running or whatever you're doing.
Especially if
to get
you're
up
trying
there.
something like over the second gap. So you're like all the way in the pit. Then there's like a stair set. Then you got to walk around. Little stair set, big stair set, big stair set.
Talk about the
What?
walk
Yeah.
of shame
Yeah.
right there. Just like,
Oh.
oh
So,
God,
yeah.
I gotta go back.
It's
So wait,
definitely-
how many like runs would you get per session? Like if you're out for the day?
I don't know. I mean, I'll usually skate about 3 hours, but sometimes it feels like way longer. And I'll be like, if I'm trying to film something, I'm like,
Right.
dude, how many was that? That felt like we did 100 today, and it's like 40 or 50.
Right.
What? I could have sworn it was more than that.
Yeah.
It's like you skate for 3 hours and an hour of that's walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously.
When you add it all up, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Crazy,
It's
dude.
a lot of walking, but it's also like my legs are pretty strong.
I love
it.
So,
Comes with
You
the
know,
territory.
yeah.
What's it like when you're trying a trick? Are you pretty calm and chill? Or are you like, all right here, or are you all fired up? Or
A little of both. It's
Yeah.
something I've had to learn how to deal with over the years. Just my temper is like there's a tipping point. Usually after like 2 days, 3 days, you're like, okay, dude, I've been trying this long enough. I've maintained my cool. I'm fucking over this.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
down.
And then I start getting pretty pissed. But it goes both ways. Sometimes like I have to be like, if it's a really gnarly trick that I'm like scared to commit to, I'm like I gotta psych myself. I'm like, wow, let's do this.
Yeah.
Other times it's like happened pretty easily. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why can't it all be like that?
I trip out watching
Yeah.
some people doing gnarly stuff and they're really calm and collected.
Yeah.
And then some, like myself skating, when I would try something I was scared of, I would have to get out of my mind.
Yeah.
You have to get yourself in the psychotic
For sure.
state to commit to it. But yeah, when you see you guys flying in the air, I just figure that you guys are all psychos and
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
I love the point when you just black out and
Yeah.
you did it. Oh,
Yeah,
you did it.
yeah.
We're
I know.
done.
It's over so fast, and it's
Yeah.
like you always make, and you're like, that was it. It felt pretty easily.
yeah.
I could have done that first try.
Seriously. That's skateboarding for you, man.
Yeah.
But Dude, I think it's awesome, dude. And
Yeah.
dude, I wish you the best of luck with the
Thank you.
shoes
Yeah.
and the Monster and the 888 and the
Everything that's
Hurley
happening.
and the
Thank you.
9 Club sticker
Yeah,
that we got for
stickers,
you,
dude.
dude.
The
Kelly,
Please bring them down.
The contest too. Like,
Yeah.
keep that up too, man.
for
That's
sure.
awesome.
I think we're gonna try and do something else, maybe end of October with Monster. I don't know. We kind of
Okay.
loosely talked about it, but
Beautiful.
You know,
Nice.
definitely
I love
wanna do some
stuff's
more.
in the pipeline.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Don't stop.
Definitely in the pipeline.
Don't stop.
Yeah.
Can we give you some 9 Club stuff to take with
Of
you, bro?
course.
Kelly, we do the
Yeah.
honors, bro.
Honors. Wow.
Are you? Do we have more gear, Chris?
We got a couple of larges. Are you large?
Yeah.
We got a
Okay,
couple.
cool.
We got some,
Okay.
a couple larges and some mugs
cool.
and stuff. I think we're running out of the Yeti, but he's all taken
I'm
care
all
of
Yeti'd
right
up.
there.
Definitely taken care of.
What is that? A 64?
I think so. Yeah. This is a big boy.
It's a big
Yeah.
boy, dude. Elliot,
Oh,
dude. Thank you so much for coming
guys.
by,
It's
dude.
so cool
Rad,
to be
dude.
here. I've watched the show so many times,
Bro.
and to be sitting here with you guys is
Oh, happy to have you here.
Pretty
dude.
Definitely,
cool.
man.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Definitely happy
Hey,
to have
I
you.
enjoyed every minute of it,
Yeah.
man. Great stories and
Yeah.
everything. Okay, still hot.
hot off the press.
Not well. It's still hot outside, but we got
Oh.
the hoodies coming soon. The hoodie weather's coming
Yeah.
soon. So you got the 9
Got that on
Club,
reserve.
Wow.
9 Club hoodie.
So cool, clean.
Yeah. And then we got a crew neck. You a crew neck guy?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a little iffy answer, but we'll take it though. We'll take it. There's a
Crew neck. Yeah.
crew neck, and
Oh,
then
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yes.
And then here's a switch flip Manny.
Switch it.
That's a
Yeah, I
Oh,
figured
staple.
we had to get the vert dude. We had to get him a
Switch
manual
flip
train.
man,
yeah. And then of course a 9 Club
wow.
mug.
I will definitely
We have,
be using this every day.
We got a couple mugs back there, different styles. So whatever
Cool.
you want. We just brought a couple things out for you though.
Great, thank you.
And then is this enough stickers to cover the vert ramp?
Probably.
There's
yeah,
about
we might need a couple
there's
more.
about 25 here.
You have to ship him some.
How far will that make it across the top?
About 4 sheets. Not even 3 sheets.
Not enough.
We got some bar logo ones too.
Yeah, those will work.
Maybe we get Jim Gray to make some bigger ones for us.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we'll
Let's
get Jim
do it.
Gray.
Yeah.
Jim Gray make those.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes good stuff. He's made me some
Oh,
stickers
yeah.
before.
Good stickers.
See. Thank
But
you guys so
please,
much.
next time we would love if you have a session down there.
Let me know.
We'll love to come down.
Dude,
Yeah,
Kick it.
for real.
We're
That would
gonna
be
do
super
the-
cool.
You got
high-
my number now?
Yep.
Yeah,
that'd be
You
a
guys got
real
my number?
treat.
we're gonna do the high sticker contest. What'd you
Yeah.
call it?
Yeah,
High
high
sticker.
sticker
We're
contest.
gonna we'll do the high sticker contest.
Wait, do we do it when we run up and skate?
Yeah,
Oh,
we-
run up, or do we skate up and
We can do
it?
either way.
I don't know if
You
I
gotta
can
push from flat ground.
Oh my gosh!
You're
Wow,
gonna
yeah.
get- We're gonna get real high up there.
Oh wait, which one are we doing this on?
Whatever.
It would be
which one.
funny to do the mega because the first mega quarter pipe because you can't. I've tried. You cannot run to the top.
Yeah, it's so like long.
Like the vert ramp, you can run and you can get to the top.
Okay.
Or
The
maybe
meg-
the second mega quarter pipe. I haven't
Is
tried
that
running up.
steeper though?
No, it's just
Okay.
it's 2 feet smaller. I haven't tried running to the top of that one.
Go
Maybe you
home,
can
suss
maybe-
it out.
I'll see- yeah.
See,
I'll
see,
let you
see,
guys-
see
go,
what we're
go
working
home
with.
tonight. Let us know.
Yeah, you let us know.
I made it.
So there's no way to get to the top of the big one.
Not running.
No.
I've tried really hard.
Yeah.
Dubs?
No,
You
Dubs
didn't
says-
know though.
No,
He-
I'm not claiming. Nah, dude.
But you're,
I said I'm fast. I didn't say I can climb a fucking crazy ass fucking ramp.
When you're fast or fast, Dubs.
this is Dub's ultimate test, dude.
yeah.
If you can run up,
This is it.
Yep.
This is it.
Yeah.
We gotta train hard.
we're about to see
It's going down.
Dubs in action. Okay, dude, Elliot, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
coming by.
guys.
Appreciate
Thank you so
that.
much.
Thank you guys.